Flagrant 2, no easy buckets analysis by assholes, water cooler commentary for your sports needs. I'm Andrew Schultz. I'm here with Akash Singh and Real Life Kaz coming back into the building. This is a special Christmas episode. We are very excited. We held the Roy Jones Jr. interview that Akash and I did for this episode because we wanted to give you some fresh new content. We wanted to give you a nice little gift for Christmas. Maybe you didn't get one, so this is yours. I was incredibly just so honored to talk to Roy and so excited. It's one of the coolest things I've done in my career. I don't want to set it up any more than that. I want you guys to give it a listen. Let us know what you think. So let your ears feast on one of the greatest boxers in the history of the sport, Mr. Roy Jones Jr. Y'all must have forgotten. Okay. What's up, everybody? Andrew Schultz here. Akash Singh here. Flagrant 2. No easy buckets. We got a very special guest on the line. Oof. I want to get right to it. He's, in my opinion, the most dominating boxer that I've ever seen. One of my favorite fighters to both watch and hear commentate about the sport, and by far the best rapper of any boxer that we've ever seen. Give it up right now for Roy Jones Jr., everybody. Roy Jones Jr. is on the podcast.
Thank you, guys, for having me.
Hey, man, this is an honor. Here's how we do. We want to start off with a little fun questions. Andrew's a boxing fanatic.
I am. I have to start out by saying thank you, man. I come from like a family that is very just loved boxing. I mean, my father's a bit older, but he grew up, watching Sugar Ray Robinson. When he was in the news business, he would cover Ali, go to his camps in the Poconos. Right. I mean, a great story my father would always tell was about before the Foreman fight. My dad asked Ali, like, how are you going to beat this guy? This guy's just destroying people. And he remembers Ali saying, I'm a scientist with this. Okay, I'm a technician. I'm going to go in there, do it. And one of the guys that he asked me to watch when I was a kid, and I remember this, I was 11 years old. It was you fighting James Toney.
Yep.
And at that time, Toney was killing it, man. Toney was an incredible fighter, and what you did with Toney was just unfucking believable, man. Unbelievable. And I became an instant fan. A lot of great moments with me and my father just kind of bonding. And I really started to follow your career. And I was so excited to get you on because, I really want to just get your perspective on what's happening with boxing, right now. Obviously, you saw the Fury-Wilder fight, I'm sure.
Yeah, I didn't see the whole fight, but I saw most of it.
And what'd you think?
Well, I thought Fury probably won the fight because Fury outboxed him. Although I can see how they come back and get Wilder points for the knockdowns, too, because those are 2-point rounds. Right. So I'd have to watch every round to judge it myself to see exactly how it went. But from what I saw, it looked to me like Fury still had the edge. But I have to watch every round for round before I can truthfully say it and mean it. I did know that Fury was going to be a problem for Wilder because Fury is a boxer. And like your dad told you about, or like Ali told your dad, it's about who's the scientist. I don't care how hard George Foreman punches. I don't care how hard Deontay Wilder punches. When you put a scientist in front of them, they got something to figure out. And hard punching ain't the answer to everything. Right. So you got a scientist, a hard puncher, that's not going to really give you any edge because you're a hard puncher, because that scientist deals and dissects hard punchers. And that's what he did to Wilder, from what I saw, and that's exactly what Ali did to George, and that's kind of what I did to James Toney. However, James Toney was somewhat of a scientist himself. He just didn't understand it as deep as I did. Yeah, he was a scientist with a hard punch, but I was a deeper scientist.
Yeah, it was something that I would watch earlier, especially earlier in your career, and this is maybe something you could speak on for the casual boxing fan. You hear about counterpunching, but I don't think the average fan knows how deep it goes. Like you are looking for little ticks. When you're timing someone, you're not just reacting to a punch. You know they're throwing that punch almost before they throw it. Is that right?
Before they throw it, and a lot of times I would do things to force you to throw that punch so I can counter.
Like for example, what?
Like situation, because I do something to you to make you stick your hand out there and still counter you, because you never knew I was going to counter, and you never realized that the reason you threw that punch is because I forced you to. So it's like I played with people. I made them do things that they didn't know they was doing, but I knew they were doing because I made them do it. And then I counter what I make you do.
Oh, my Lord. So you're not just reacting. You're forcing the action.
Exactly.
Got you.
That's the difference in a real boxer and just a fighter. A fighter just kind of reacts to what happens. That's what so many of these kids do today. That's why strength and conditioning has become so prevalent in boxing, because most people are just reactors. So if you're in a better shape and you're strong and you're good at reacting, and you're going to outlast your opponent, or you're going to beat him first because you're a better reactor. Me, on the other hand, I didn't need strength and conditioning because I had technique and knowledge. With technique, I knew how to throw my punches properly, and with the knowledge, I knew how to do things to force you into a no-win situation. It's like playing checkers and chess. The object of checkers and chess is to force your opponent into maneuvers that he does not want to make. And when you make him make those maneuvers, you put him in checkmate, or you take all of his men. That's the whole goal of boxing, not strength and conditioning, mental strength, mental knowledge along with a little conditioning. That's what dominates boxing, not strength and conditioning. Strength without knowledge is useless.
Right.
Unless the other fighter has no use, has no knowledge, then it's very useful.
Now, what about, is Wilder a good example of someone who is amazing strength and conditioning, great power?
But not a good scientist at all. He's a perfect example of that, which is why a person like Tyson Fury was able to last 12 rounds with him. If you think about it, and here's to put it in perspective. Tyson Fury was knocked down by a guy who none of us really consider a real puncher, and we also consider a true cruiserweight, by the name of Steve Cunningham.
Yes.
Steve Cunningham dropped Fury. Steve Cunningham is not known as a puncher, and Steve Cunningham is at best a cruiserweight, and he dropped Fury. So if you put that and say, okay, well, when we put Tyson Fury in the ring with a heavyweight, which, to be honest with you, Wilder could be a cruiserweight too, but Wilder is a super puncher, as we all know.
Right.
So to put him in there with a super puncher, how does this guy that's not known as a puncher knock him down, and this super puncher don't take him out? Because the super puncher is not a scientist. He relies on his punching power to get him back, and that's why Fury was able to survive.
Who do you think wins the rematch?
If it don't change trainers, Fury gonna win the rematch, because if he don't have no more game than he got, Fury already knows about the punches, which he knew in the first place. Fury already got Wilder highly figured out. The person that was surprised in that fight was Deontay Wilder, not Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury knew exactly what he was up against and knew exactly how to deal with it. So now, can Wilder make the adjustments and become a better fighter between now and the next fight, or does he take the same Wilder with the same game plan, because that same Wilder is not going to beat Fury?
How realistic is it that a fighter in his 30s can completely change his style?
It's very realistic. You saw Pacquiao do it later in his career because Freddie Roach added some dimensions to him. But you saw Freddie Roach also add those dimensions to what's the Puerto Rican kid? Cotto.
Cotto. Miguel Cotto, yeah.
Yeah, you saw Freddie Roach also add dimensions back to Cotto. Now, the bad thing about those, the difference in them two, though, was he woke up skills that they already had. He just had to wake them up. For Wilder, I don't know that he already had these skills. So Wilder has to go through a whole learning stage in order to be able to improve, which I don't think he'll do. So I don't see how he'll come back and beat Fury, because he's never learned those things that Freddie Roach was able to wake back up in those guys. So it's a difference in waking it back up and not having ever learned it. Wilder has never learned it.
Right. Have you ever thought, I know you were training for a little bit, have you ever thought about considering training?
I do train people right now.
Yeah. Now, is it difficult?
I do train people right now.
Okay. Is it difficult to train somebody that doesn't have the natural ability that you possessed?
No, it's not. Because you still see. Here's the thing about a trainer and a smart trainer. You work on a person's DNA. You don't try to make a racehorse out of a mule. You don't try to make a mule out of a racehorse. You work on what God gave that person. So if a person has speed, that's his strength. You work on tightening up his weaknesses as well, but your key element of him, the best thing about him has to be what? His speed. I don't want a cheetah out there fighting like a lion, and I don't want a lion out there chasing stuff like a cheetah, because they are two separate animals. The lion got to fight the way the lion fights. The cheetah got to fight the way the cheetah fights. If not, you put them in unfamiliar territory, which in the wild going to get them killed. In the ring, it's going to get you killed, but it's not necessarily killed, but knocked out or badly beaten. So you got to put a person in their own element.
Now, you've spoken a lot about the relationship between you and your pops and how hard your pops trained you and just how hard he was on you. That's not realistic to train a fighter with that intensity, right?
No, it's not necessary. It's realistic, but it's not necessary. It's highly realistic, but it's not necessary. That intent from a kid is good, but that goes a little beyond where you have to go. Because a perfect example is Lomachenko was able to watch me, and his father don't train him that intense like that. That's why he still get along. But look how good Lomachenko got. Lomachenko is almost what they call, to me, pound one of the best fighters in the world.
Really?
The only other person that you could debate with that right now would be Terrence Crawford or Canelo, because those are the only other two guys who have those type of qualities, and they weren't trained like that either. So it doesn't take all the extremists. I don't think it takes going to the extreme to be a great fighter. Now, to be an extreme fighter, if that's what God had planned for you, then maybe that's what it's going to take. And maybe that's what God had planned for me, which is why I was an extreme fighter, because I went through so much extreme preparation. But I don't think it takes that for everybody, because now you can see what that extreme fighter look like, and it gives you a visual of what you want to be. So now it gives you more of an idea and a platform as to what you want to work on to become that extreme fighter or like that extreme fighter. But
yeah, I was thinking about you and your relationship with your dad, and then even Michael Jackson's relationship with his dad, and really seeing the balance between success and how hard you push your kids. And it does come at a cost, but it's undeniable that if you push them hard and they make it through, there is greatness on the other end. Do you think it's worth the cost?
No, because a lot of kids don't make it. A lot of kids commit suicide. A lot of kids do a lot of things. And, a lot of kids just can't take that pressure. So it's like, it's worth it if the kid can, but you lose so many. And it's like you got one Roy Jones, one Michael Jackson. Who else you got? Michael Jordan didn't go through that, but look what Michael Jordan became.
Right.
Muhammad Ali didn't go through that, but look what Muhammad Ali became. You understand me? So it's like, to me, no, it's not, because Michael Jordan talked to his dad today he died. I don't know about Muhammad Ali's case with his father, but me, I want to talk to my kids to the day that I die. I don't want to sacrifice my kids off for fame and fortune and not have a relationship with them. To me, I just don't want to do that. Now, like I said, it could have been, inevitable for that to happen that way, and that's what God had planned for me, but I don't want to trade that off. I'd rather my kid be like a Lomachenko, and I still can get along with him and talk to him and guide him along his way. I don't want to be a guy that got him so bad that once we separate or once he grows up, we can't even talk no more, because I didn't establish a respectful relationship with him. That is, to me, that's completely unnecessary. And the thing with my father, and probably with Michael's father too, was that they made us exceptional, but if you ask about it, he was who the greatest? Yeah, I think Mike's the greatest, but a lot of people gonna say, well, it is between Mike and Prince. And Prince didn't go through those extremities to be where he became. And Prince was almost just as good of an entertainer as Mike. He wasn't quite, but he's very close to it. But Mike was extreme, and like I say, his brothers and sisters went through those same things. They didn't try to be Michael Jackson. So it's all depending on who God intends to be that person. It's not necessarily that those extremes make you that person. It's just that when God got it for you, them extremities and nothing else can't stop you from being what you're supposed to be, because nothing could have stopped Michael Jackson from being Michael Jackson. You understand me?
Of course.
Janet didn't turn out that way. None of the other Jacksons turned out that way. They were all in the same household, under the same father, under the same guidance, in the same group, as a matter of fact, for a long time.
Right.
But none of them turned out to be Michael.
Right. But the question is your father's treatment what made you such a great rapper?
No, my father had nothing to do with me being a rapper. He would have wanted no part of that.
Maybe that's why you weren't as good of a rapper.
Bro, we needed your dad to be tough on the music, and you would have been the GOAT. Come on, champ.
You're right.
Who's Biggie? Who's Tupac? We got Roy Jones. Y'all must have forgot.
Rapper, though, you know?
Toughest fight you've ever had in your career?
When I came down from that 25 pounds of muscle loss and fought Tom for the first time,
yep,
I had to dig deep into the tank like I have never had to dig before to accomplish what I wanted to accomplish.
I remember that 12th round, man. I remember you wanted it.
That showed me and a lot of other people something that you would never know about a lot of fighters, especially, it's like, to me, that's the only one-up I have that that separates me from a lot of top fighters, is that a lot of top fighters, with the exception of people like Evander Holyfield, a lot of top fighters, we never got to see what they would do if their heart was on the line, and they had to win, and they had to win it all with just heart. We don't know how they'll react, but we know how Roy Jones will react because we saw it in that first Tarver fight.
Yeah, there was, and for people that don't know, you're the only fighter to start your career at 154 and then end up winning a heavyweight championship. You beat John Ruiz in, what was that, 2003?
And what was your weight?
2003. Yep, 2003.
And then, so you started 154. When you fought Ruiz, what did you get up to? I don't even think you broke 200.
No, I was 193, I think.
Yeah, 193. I remember playing with you in Fight Night. Remember that game? And heavyweight Roy all swollen and shit. But I could tell you're vain, because this is how I know that you like looking good, is because you had these big biceps and everything, but you wouldn't give up the abs. Most people would have given up the abs, Roy.
No, sir. I ain't giving up the abs. That was my thing back then.
So you come back down, you fight Tarver. I remember that. Is there any part of you, and we were having this conversation last week, which is why I'm so glad that we got to talk to you this week. And we've had this conversation before, which is after you've beat Ruiz, if you retired, I think undeniable the greatest fighter ever.
Right, but here goes my problem with that. I said I wanted to do and take what Bob Fitzsimmons did to the next level. I didn't want to do just what he did. I want to take it to the next level.
Right.
So Bob Fitzsimmons is the only man ever in the history of the sport to win middleweight, light heavyweight, and heavyweight title.
Right.
So what did I come along and do? I came along and added super middleweight to that.
Right.
But the dilemma about that whole thing was after Bob Fitzsimmons won the heavyweight title, he went back down and recaptured the light heavyweight title. So I couldn't retire after beating Ruiz and say, oh, yeah, I'm the second guy to do what Bob Fitzsimmons did. No, I am not. Bullshit. I didn't do what Bob Fitzsimmons did until I went down and recaptured the light heavyweight title. Now I can say I did what Bob Fitzsimmons did. You feel me? And that's what people don't understand. So I'm not a talker. I'm a doer. Right. I don't want to sit down and say, oh, I did what he did, and I didn't do what he did. That's not true. That's not accurate. I should have added to what he did if I was going to do anything, not do less and say, oh, yeah, I did the same thing he did. Nah. The hardest part of the whole equation is to come back from the heavyweight and recapture the light heavyweight title. That's the hardest part.
That's your challenge.
So people can talk and say what they want to say. They talk because they do not know. Knowledge is the killer. You must know what you're talking about and who you're dealing with and what you're dealing with before you say that. Because as heavyweight champ, yeah, I can retire. And you're right. They might say, oh, he's the greatest fighter of history of all time. Well, the fact of the matter is, if I was there, I was still there. Because I came down 25 pounds of muscle.
Right.
Of course that's going to affect me now. So if I was the greatest fighter of all time after I won the heavyweight title, then I'm still the greatest fighter of all time. Because losing 25 pounds of muscle takes a lot out of a man. And I took my heart, something that you've never seen before, took my heart and won that first Tarver fight to make sure that I did what Bob Fitzsimmons did. See, we missing the true blessing, the true facts of this whole situation. The fact is, I put my heart on the line to make sure that I accomplished more than what this man did to be able to say that, yeah, I did what he did. I always say, yeah, I did what Bob Fitzsimmons did. No, I actually did more. I added to it, which is what I'm supposed to do. Because now this ain't just middleweight, light heavy, and back to light heavy. Now it's middleweight, super middleweight, light heavy, and back to light heavy. So you got to keep adding on that you're going to get better. When they make cars, they don't make cars that slow down. They make them speed up and go faster. They make them look better. They make them get better gas mileage. They add things to them to make them better today than they were yesterday. If you're not doing that, then you're really not adding to nobody's legacy.
That's a great point. It's a great point. Yeah, what I was speaking about more was the idea that fans, I think, are selfish with athletes, and we want people to retire in their prime, but we don't consider that maybe athletes really love what they're doing, and why should they stop as long as they love it?
That's the problem. So the problem with that whole thing, like you said, yeah, fans are selfish, and I do understand that, but the love that we have for this, the love that keeps us going beyond the time when we even know that we're out of our prime, but we know we still can do it, that same love is the love that we had to have to make us get up off the floor when we knocked down, to make us get up and answer that bell around 9 when I feel like I'm so depleted and dehydrated that I can't even walk, but I got to answer this bell because I want this belt, because if I don't win this belt, I can't say I did what Bob Fitzsimmons did. That same hunger is what keeps us going beyond our prime. Because we still them same people. We don't change clothes. A quitter gonna be a quitter, but a winner gonna be a winner. And you can't expect me not to win just because I'm a few years older. I'm still a winner. So you know I'm gonna compete. Why? Because I'm a winner.
Where do you transfer this energy now in your life?
Now I put that energy toward making my fighters better. I try to train fighters and make them better, give them that same hunger, give them that same desire, give them that same will, give them the same knowledge.
Because it doesn't go away, Roy. I could tell right now you are one competitive dude.
You tell my voice it don't go nowhere.
Yeah, I can tell. I have a feeling that you're competitive at just about anything. Like if we played ping pong and I beat you, we'd be playing all night.
Well, the problem is I ain't gonna play ping pong because I know I can't beat you, so I ain't gonna put myself in there.
That's one thing I will fuck you up in, Roy, is ping pong.
And I'm very smart. I ain't gonna let you do that. I ain't gonna give you the opportunity.
Ping pong and mental math, I got you, bro. I got you.
Okay, man.
Yo, Floyd, real quick question. I always hear this thing that boxers don't have sex before big fights when they're training. Is this true? Did you do that?
It's true to a degree, but there's a way that you can also make that work because also at the same time, what people don't know is they did a study and a lot of runners took like 24 hours before they ran, they did that, and it actually increases the amount of testosterone in your system. So it's a way you can. Most people don't because we don't like even the idea and the thought of it. But
it's like carb loading.
Huh?
It's like carb loading. You pussy loading before a fight.
Exactly. So it's a way you can do it. If you did it within 24 hours, yeah, it's going to increase your testosterone. But most people don't want to take that chance because of the mental part, because people always tell us, you can't do it, you can't do it. So most people just say, nah, they say we can't do it, so I ain't going to do it. Because I ain't taking the chance. I don't want that weakness in my mind going into the fight. But honestly, you could do it within 24 hours, you're going to load your testosterone. It's just like you said, it's just like carb loading.
We're both stand-up comedians, Akash and myself, and a lot of times stand-up comedians say, stand-up comedy is just like boxing, and I hate that comparison because I've never heard a boxer say, man, this is just like stand-up comedy.
Nah, because you get your head knocked out, the joke's on you. And you don't
Exactly. So what I want to know is what the fuck is boxing like? What do you relate it to if you're trying to explain it to someone? Is there anything?
Yeah, boxing is like going to war. When your son's going to plane or you get on a plane to go to a war, you don't never know if you're coming back or if you'll ever be the same when you come back. There are so many veterans that have wounded this or wounded that. There are so many veterans who gave their lives, who lost their lives at battle. So when you go to a fight, it's the same to me as going to war because you don't know if you're going to come back out of there the same way you went in there. And when I say that, that means physically and mentally. I mean, there's a guy that just fought last weekend, Donald Stevenson, who's fighting for his life right now.
Yeah.
You understand me? So people say that, and I don't say that as no disrespect to the veterans either, because I know that bullets coming at you is a little bit different than gloves coming at you. But when you look at it, you got to have the same exact thought because there have been lives lost in the boxing ring. There have been guys who got in the boxing ring and got killed. Just like in the battlefield of war. There are men that get in the boxing ring. A great friend of mine, Jerry McClellan, who will never be the same. Death, partial deaf and partial blind. Never be the same from a boxing match. So it's the same to me as going to war. You're not guaranteed to come out of there the way you go in there. And you're not guaranteed to come out of there at all.
Have you,
war.
Have you lost anything in the ring?
I don't know if I have. I mean, I don't think I had a whole lot when I was started going to the ring, so I ain't really have much to do. I ain't have good stuff when I started. So it's hard for me to say because, like I said, I ain't have good stuff when I started, so I can't say if I lost anything or not. I was when I started.
That's funny. The doctor tells you got brain damage, and you're like, oh, no, that's been there. That's pre-existing conditions.
They ain't had nothing to do with boxing. That was there. A pair before I ever thought about putting on a pair of gloves.
It is a concern that you have, right?
Yeah, well, you got to be concerned because you don't want to walk around and start losing your balance and feeling like you can't really talk or feeling like I can't change gears. You see how when y'all was talking to me about what I did as a heavyweight, how I was able to change gears and speed up my talking and get my voice amped up and just go all in about it. But now I can slow back down because we're past that subject and give you a decent interview with decent knowledge, decent words, speak what I got to say, make you understand what I got to say, be articulate about the conversation, about the situation, and I'm okay.
Yeah, it is wild, man, because you've had tough fights, but you seem to have made it out with all your faculties. You know, you seem to still be enjoying the sport, talking about the sport. You know, I know HBO is done with boxing. What is that? How do you feel about that? Like, you were such a main staple as a fighter and also a commentator. Is this an end of a generation? What are you going through when you hear that decision?
Well, it's the end of a generation. Like I said, it makes me feel almost like when my grandmother passed. Mm-hmm. When my grandmother passed, I knew she was going to a better place because I know she's going to heaven. But, you just miss the fact that you're never going to be able to go see her and say hello and say I love you or be hugging her or be hugged by her or be spoiled by her. You're never going to see the good qualities. You're never going to be able to experience those things with her again.
Right.
So it's like HBO was my fight scene, was my commentary scene, was my vehicle that I used to communicate the skills, the beautiful blessings that God bestowed upon me with the world. So HBO was my life a lot of times in boxing because I was able to do it boxing-wise on HBO, and I was able to come back and tell you about it on HBO after my boxing career. So when that's gone, you're not sad that it's gone because you're sad that it's gone, but you're more sad of the fact that you're going to miss it because that was your link to the world. Not like there are not other links to the world that you can go be a part of too, but you missed that one because that was your main one. You feel me?
Yeah.
You don't get another one where, it's not going to be another network that I made or kept alive for years, then turned around and worked on it too. Because that was HBO. So I don't have another grandmother to lose like my grandmother that I lost. You feel me? Yeah. I don't have another network to lose like the HBO that I lost.
No,
that's the bad part about it.
That makes sense. Have you ever been just out getting a drink and then some guy bumps into you and starts talking trash, but he doesn't know you're Roy Jones Jr.?
Well, I had to have one time. I wasn't out getting a drink, but I was at a nightclub and the guy was talking, and he
get out of here.
I think he bumped into me. He started talking, and I said 2 words to him. I forget exactly what I said. I said, "Well, whatever you got to do that." And his friend looked at him and said, "You stupid ass dude. Do you know who that is? Bring your stupid ass on here."
So his friend saved his life.
The dude was telling the dude saved his life, and the dude was telling him that, and dude told him, and they came back later on that, man, I'm sorry, I had no idea. I said, you shouldn't just do that because it's me, though. You should respect and talk to everybody like that because you never know who you're bumping into.
That's the thing. That's the thing that I love about the UFC guys is that all their ears are all swollen and cauliflowered, so you know who to not mess with.
Exactly. Like me, you don't know that.
A boxer, you don't know.
I look like a little country guy in a pair of flip-flops and socks that you might be able to take him on a good Sunday evening.
I'm not going to lie. I will fight a guy in flip-flops.
Yeah, exactly. And he thought he would, too.
Wait, you at a nightclub in flip-flops?
Yep.
Y'all must have forgot.
Something like that.
Who is your, outside of yourself, who do you think the best boxer in history is besides you?
Well, the one that made me start boxing, the great late Muhammad Ali. That was my purpose for starting boxing. Everything he stood for makes him the greatest fighter to ever live. Not that he was the greatest fighter in the ropes. He was just a very smart guy in the ropes. He didn't use but 60% of the necessary boxing skills to dominate. But he used that 60% and did more than most guys can do with 150%. So he'll always be the greatest to me.
So, I got a question about Floyd. Andrew always says Floyd is his favorite boxer. He loves Floyd, thinks he's the best. Yep. Why is Floyd fighting these exhibition fights? I'm thinking Floyd might be in financial trouble. Do you think there's another reason? You could tell us if there is.
No, I couldn't tell you. I don't really know. Listen, the drunken master. See it right there? My problem with that is that I can't really tell you the truth about Floyd because I don't know. But I do know that Floyd his nickname is Money Mayweather. And I know that Floyd going to get money any way he can because that's what he does. Right. So if they're going to give him that kind of money for 3 rounds and an exhibition against a guy that's not even known as a real boxer, Floyd be crazy not to take it. You only live once. And you going to get that kind of money for 3 rounds? Why would you not? So, whether he have a problem or not, it will be almost ludicrous for him not to take that.
Yeah, that makes sense. And I remember towards the end of your career, you were going and doing similar types of things. You went to Russia. You had a bunch of fights in Russia. Were you like were you super famous in Russia?
Still am.
Really?
95% of the population in Russia knows Roy Jones Jr.
You got dual citizenship in Russia, right?
Because 95% of the population knows who Roy Jones Jr. is. 95%.
So more people know who Roy Jones is than Donald Trump in Russia.
Of course. 95% know.
Okay, so when you're in Russia, are you hanging out with these like billionaires, these oligarchs?
I hang out with a few of them. I hang out with them, but you know me, I'm a type of person that I'm hang out with a little bit of everybody. So I have billionaire friends. I have dollaraire friends who ain't worth but a few dollars. So right. You know, it's just how I am. I don't like to classify myself as better than nobody. So I like to hang out with the good and the bad, whether it's not necessarily the good and the bad, but if you're a good person, I don't care if you're worth $1 or $1 billion. It doesn't matter to me. If you're a good person, I'm cool with that. So I just like to hang out with good people.
Right, but if you're going to dinner, the billionaire's not that bad.
Well, he's always better because you ain't got to worry about paying for nothing. Well, and he got security.
Exactly. Yo, Roy, we don't want to take too much of your time, man. I just appreciate you so much calling in. We love talking to you, and thank you so much for doing this.
And the mix-up we had was I told him 12 o'clock Central, so I was waiting. My clock just went off a little while ago. Was telling me that I had 10 minutes to come in the house and do the interview. I thought it was 12 o'clock Central, not 12 o'clock Eastern, so that's why I missed y'all the first time.
You know what? If you're not early, you're late. Roy Jones Jr. said that once. Roy Jones Jr. said that once when he would walk into the ring an hour and a half after he was supposed to.
Exactly. Because of his pre-fight song.
That's right. That's right. With the mic that wrapped around where you didn't have to carry it, the headset mic.
It is.
Anyway, dude, I appreciate you so much calling in. Thank you so much for being a part of this.
Yo, thank you, Roy.
Best of luck to you in the future. We'll definitely call you again sometime, and we got some great. We need some hot takes about the boxing world, man. But we appreciate you, brother.
Anytime, y'all welcome.
Thank you so much. Have a great day, man.
God bless.
All right.
All right, that was Roy Jones Jr. Man, I hope you guys enjoyed that interview. So much fun to talk to Roy. Okay, before we get to the best of clips of the year from Flagrant 2, we got to say that support for today's episode comes from BetDSI.com. Use your sports and pop culture knowledge to make some extra cash this week with BetDSI. BetDSI.com has been paying winners for 20 years with a super user-friendly interface, mobile site, and the fastest payouts in the industry. It's no wonder BetDSI is top-rated on betting review sites. Simply play, win, and get paid. BetDSI offers betting options for everything from NBA, NCAA hoops, NFL, NCAA bowl games, NHL, UFC, and all other major sports, to politics, reality TV, esports, virtually anything. Maybe one day a singing competition called Flagrant Idol. There's also live betting, which lets you bet on games through the entire matchup, every play and every minute until the end. I play there myself. That's where I'm betting. BetDSI. Okay? So if you want to add some excitement to the game you're watching, you get on board with it. Try it for yourself. New members get 100% bonus match using Flagrant. Okay? That's our promo code, Flagrant. That's more than double your money to start winning today. Just go to BetDSI.com and use promo code FLAGRANT to get this limited time 100% bonus offer and make some extra cash on the sports you know and love. It's only a game until you bet it at BetDSI. Next, I don't think that, again, we're doing a best of for the year. All right, our best work this year. Personally, I don't think that there was a story that was bigger this entire year in podcasting in general, but especially over here at Flagrant 2.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right?
It was the first time I was legitimately upset I was not at the podcast. Like, legitimately upset. Like, I was I was happy, and I was like, fuck, I wish I could just be there and hug him right
That's the greatest moment in podcast history. I think about it sometimes, and I think about how brilliant it was that you set it up for me to not know.
I tried to do it for Weezy, too, but you fucked it up.
You took a real risk that you really ventured on how much I loved Alex.
Yeah.
That's right.
Because he could have opened the door like, oh.
I'd have been like, hey, look at that, huh? That's something.
So without further ado, this is the Alex Mandela episode. Alex is free, and Alex is back in the studio, and Akash has no clue. Indulge.
Gang.
Okay, so let's start the show. it's I'm laughing because I'm a fucking asshole, but
I'm like nervous. I don't know what happened. I just
some bad news. They charged him and convicted him, and bro, it's a
defense mechanism. It's a defense mechanism.
He's gonna. It's a year. He got a year.
A fucking year.
Dude, it's
holy shit.
Now here's the thing. He's served 1 month. You do 2/3 of your sentence as long as you're.
Fuck me,
as
dog.
long as you're there.
Fuck me.
So he's looking at another 7 months.
7 months. Fuck me.
Yeah, he's looking for another 7 months. It is fucked up. It is. Like, I was fucking heartbroken. Obviously, his family's heartbroken. There is one positive. He gets his phone. Swedish jail is pretty liberal about that kind of stuff. So I was happy that we called this late because I think that he might be up. So I'm going to try to call him.
How's he doing?
Bro, he's just like, just imagine. Do you know what I mean? It's just fucking...
I mean, well, yeah, obviously, but he's been so positive this whole time, and he tends to have a pretty positive disposition, and that's why I'm wondering...
Bro, anyway, so...
Fuck me, man.
Yeah, it's fucked. So I'm going to put him on speaker right now to everybody listening, all the assholes. We're going to try to get out on the phone right now. And,
oof.
Yeah. It's fucking heartbreaking. Yo, man.
Yo, what's up?
How you doing, bro? Say what up to all the assholes listening right now.
So, I'm live?
You're live.
Yo, what's up, assholes? What's good?
Alex, fam. We miss you, dog.
That's Akash, man.
Akash, what's up, man? I miss you, man.
Yo, man.
Hey, man, I just wanted to tell you, man, that, you know, when you do come back in a year, your job will be gone. Eden's doing a great job, so. How long do you think you'll realistically have to say? You think it's 7 more months?
Yeah, because Sweden, they have this rule. We only have to do 2/3 of the sentence. And right now I did a month already, so I got about 7 more to go.
You've been in more than a month, though, right?
No. You've been in, I think you...
The 20th, I think, of...
19th. Yeah, or the 20th in the morning. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just fucking heartbreaking, man. Just fucking heartbreaking, bro.
I'm gonna be like Shine and record from prison.
We're gonna get some segments. We're gonna get some. You got the new Bobby Shmurda. We're gonna put some features.
Exactly.
Yo, what's jail like over there, dog?
It's cool actually. You know, it's kind of like that Martha Stewart joint.
Oh, it's like a minimum security.
Yeah, you know, the one that you get to fuck all the time.
So there's a lot of dudes out there for you where you could just crack cheeks and shit.
You know how I like them white.
Yo, man, can you do one thing for me, Alex?
What's up?
Squats. If you weren't so fucking top heavy, you could have run, dog. I'm telling you.
What everybody doesn't realize right now is Alex just walked in the room. Alex is free. We fucking freed Alex. Let's fucking go. We're not playing around out here, boy. Have a seat. Why you think I set up all the chairs and all the microphones, stupid? Yo, Akash, you go on the inside so they can see.
Man. Alex, get the fuck over here.
Oh my God, son. Have a seat, Al. Have a fucking seat. Alex Media is in the fucking building, okay?
Yo, what's up?
Did I get
hype. I'm gullible as fuck. I don't care.
I mean, it's not that gullible. He was in prison.
A year for Sweden. I didn't know. I was like, this crazy.
What was going through your head when you saw him walk through the door?
I just lost it. I don't give a fuck. That's all I was going through. Yo! Get the fuck out of here. You look good, dog.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Oh,
man.
shit.
Bro.
I'm hyped, dog.
Yo,
I'm fucking hyped, dog. I'm so fucking hyped. Oh, shit. So you got a fucking year, dog. I was fucking hating Andrew in the back of my mind.
For the record, this is all Andrew's fault. Oh, we are getting into it.
Oh, really?
Oh, we getting into it.
All right, we gonna be honest. We gonna be honest. Fuck. So you want to start with the night, because we've been dying to tell the whole story and talk about everything.
Yeah.
First of all, welcome back. Obviously, it's good to see you.
My dude.
I wish I got to see you before you shaved, bro.
Yeah, I took a little bit down, but
Yeah. How about the up top?
up top? I got the cast going.
I like it.
little bit.
I like it.
Yeah, it's all right. So, okay, go.
I'm starting a little bit.
Okay, so should we start from the beginning and tell the story?
Yeah.
Okay, let's tell the story. So here's the thing. We were gonna surprise everybody at the live show. Just to clarify, Alex has been back since the 18th.
Friday. Well, Thursday,
15th.
late Thursday night. Yeah.
No, Thursday. That would be the 18th.
Yeah.
18th.
Yeah.
So technically, I think you did like 27 days in prison.
28.
Or 28 days in prison. And, Nelson Mandela did 27 years. So you are not Alex Mita, you're Alex Mandela. That's what I'm going to refer to you from now on.
I started my prison letters.
Okay, so he comes back on Thursday. He hits me up. His first text to me is this. This is his first text after freedom. You're nothing else. No phone call, nothing. Just a little ass text. You're okay.
So New York, man.
Now,
Get the fuck out of here.
so he hits me up, and I'm like, okay. And immediately he's already thinking. He's like, all right, how you want to play it? Because I know you know how you want to play it. So my initial reaction was,
I'm like 40% listening. I'm so fucking hyped. I don't really give a
people at home
fuck what
probably
you're
doing
saying,
the exact
dog.
same thing. They can't imagine what's going on,
Oh,
right?
fuck.
So right now, I say, okay, this is what I want to do. I want to surprise Akash, but I also want to surprise Wheezy. I wanted Wheezy to be here and Akash to be here, and I want to drop the news. But this dumbass told fucking Wheezy the second the plane landed in America.
That's your soulmate, fam. What you expect?
Yeah, I guess you're right. Fine.
Andrew just jealous you cheated on him.
This is still going on.
Okay, so I go, fine. Okay,
man.
then we can get Akash everything.
What, you think you got out of prison? You get new bits? Fuck out of here, dog.
New set of jokes, bro? No, it's back to the same old. Same old. Okay, so he comes out. Okay, and then we go, how are we going to do it? The initial plan was, can you lay low until the October 30th Free Alex show, and then have him surprise the whole
I
audience?
would have fucking
That
lost
would've been fucking
my
insane.
fucking
I
mind,
know.
dog.
So, but obviously it's going to be hard to not talk until then.
Yeah.
Right? It'd be tricky. That's like it'd be a week and a half. It'd be a lot.
It almost got blown on the first day.
Yeah. What was it? What happened?
So I get to the airport, I hop in the lift, cool ride back to my house. When I'm getting out, there was a lift pulling up right in front, and there's somebody coming from the airport, and the driver's like, "Oh, do you know this person?" And I was like, "No, I don't know him." And then he just turns around super quick, pulls a quick 180, and he looks at me. Then he turns around again. It's like, "Where do I know you from?" And I'm like, "Nah, dog." And he's like, "Nah, where do I know you from?"
Oh,
It's
shit.
like, I don't know. I do a couple podcasts, and he goes bananas, just like you just did. He's like, "Alex, you're home."
Yo, that's dope. That's dope.
Shout
Who
out
gonna give Alex some pussy?
shout out to Jason from Lyft, man.
Shout out to all our Lyft and Uber drivers listening to the podcast on the regular. So he's back. People are going to start to find out. All his coworkers are going to start to find out. Everybody's starting to find out. So I'm like, now let's just do it like this. So we'll catch Akash. And it was hard not sharing this information with you the last few days. It was hard, but I think it was worth that reaction, was it not?
Yeah, dog, I don't give a fuck. I'm hyped. I don't care how stupid I look.
Okay, so now that we have that reaction, let's start with the story.
Yeah.
Do you want to hear the real story?
I mean, have you not been telling me the real story? I want to hear Alex's point of view.
Yeah, I mean, I've been telling you. We just haven't told the people.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now I think we can start with the real shit. Okay. Last night of the tour, and you say that you have a different story than me.
I mean, I think you should tell it, and then I'll make the corrections.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Free Alex a little arrogant, to be honest with you. Free Alex over here, A Mike. Free Alex over here, A Mike.
I'm doing the heavy lifting. Treat me like Angela Yee.
Alex went to Sweden for 2 months, came out Chris Morrow. I fucking think he Chris now.
Okay. Last night, Sweden. Do the show.
I can't fucking believe it was the last night.
Södra Teatern. Right?
Right.
Do the show.
How was your trip to this point?
Oh, amazing.
It was,
amazing.
Man, it was so much fun. We didn't sleep at all.
Yeah, no.
Alex ruined almost all the cameras and tripods.
But you paid him back.
Yo, let me tell you something. Man, that was karma. That's for right? It was bad funny. The first night, we filmed stuff, came back to the crib, dumped all the footage, everybody mad professional, everything good, everything on point, right? The second night, we're like, you know what, we'll dump the footage, tomorrow we'll figure it out. Son, by like the fourth night of the tour, the cards were still in the camera. The camera's hanging off his fucking backpack. You know what I mean? He hasn't slept in 3 days. No. Dude, it was fucking wild.
It was rough. The last couple of days of the trip was fucking rough.
So in Amsterdam, he's on drugs, and I know he's on drugs, but he's not admitting it. I knew he was on drugs because we got back to the room. He was mad inquisitive with Matt. Oh, Matt's the other cameraman. He was like asking him about his life and shit. He was like, so having 2 children, what has that taught you about fatherhood? I'm like, fam, we haven't slept in weeks. Fucking shut up. So last night at tour, beautiful fucking theater, man. Was it not gorgeous? This fucking theater. We filmed the show. We pull it off. Once we put out this project, we're going to have a whole other discussion about what it took the 3 of us to get this thing done. I mean, all the little fucking tricks and games we had to pull. Shouts to DeMarcus, who was helping us in. Word. I mean, we really haven't been able to talk about the Europe thing.
Yeah.
Because you've been locked away.
Yeah, because of you.
Dick. Okay. So, a nice crisp night in Sweden, Stockholm, do the show. At the end of the show, I say, hey, man, we just finished this tour. I gotta give some love to the guys who made this happen. Alex Media, Matt R Visual. Yo, come out and just say what's up to everybody. They come out in front of the theater. Everybody's clapping. It's a fucking beautiful moment.
Now I'm a rock star.
Fucking rocks. Right? Gets in his head. Starts feeling that he's a rock star.
Yeah.
We go out to this bar in the Scandic Hotel. So they're like downtown kind of hotel. We're getting saucy. We're drinking. I think Alex has like 6 different girls there for him. He's like bouncing in between groups. You know what I mean? He's doing all this crazy shit.
There's a lot of fans there, man. There's a lot of fans. Andrew has a lot of fans, bro.
Listen,
Free Alex a little cocky.
Free Alex, bro.
Andrew has a lot of fans.
Free Alex is a little cocky. So we're there. Alex bouncing in between groups, teaching girls how to fucking salsa and shit like that. Like, what the fuck is going on? This motherfucker salsa lessons over here. This motherfucker talking about Black Lives Matter over here. Like, this guy's just managing all the groups.
Can you salsa? I figure anytime you step forward, you just topple over with them fucking shoulders of yours.
He can go side to side. He can't go forward. That was the problem.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
That was the biggest issue with the whole situation.
Side to side is mean, though.
So we start doing a little bit of drinking, right?
Right.
And we're taking these shots called the Bjorn Borg shots.
That's what's up.
I did.
Oh. That's what's up.
You know Bjorn Borg, the tennis player. Obviously, you're a tennis fan.
Yeah.
So a Bjorn Borg shot is a shot of tequila,
right?
A lime, and some salt on your hand. Okay. Now, usually the way you take a tequila shot is lick the salt, take the shot, bite the lime.
Right.
A Bjorn Borg tequila shot is snort the salt because he did a lot of cocaine.
Okay.
Snort the salt, take the shot, throw the lime up in the air, spike it down like a surf.
Oh, that's dope. I missed that.
Okay. Yeah. I wonder what you were doing during that time. He was doing some salsa. Okay, so we're taking some tequila shots. We're getting a little drunk. Alex disappears for a little bit. Okay, maybe some sort of extended salsa lesson. I'm not exactly sure what it was.
I went to drop the equipment off at the hotel.
That's fair.
Okay.
Maybe he went to go drop the equipment off at the hotel. Maybe he didn't. I don't know. We continue partying. We go to another spot. Everything's cool. I get a text message. Hey!
Why do you have handcuffs?
She brought you sex toys, fam.
Listen, we want to make you feel comfortable. We want to make you feel comfortable, feel at home. Weezy just walked in, and she brought some goodies.
Oh wait, I have a few more things.
Okay.
This is just in case you want to feel at home.
Wait.
I love the braids.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So we got.
Black for one of us.
Listen, if you're gonna talk, you gotta talk on mic.
Oh.
You gotta talk on mic, and then we'll get you a seat in a second.
Brought you
But
Swedish vodka.
so we can feel comfy.
Swedish fish, just to taste like Yo!
That's funny.
Look at you!
Yeah.
What else in the bag?
What is there anything else here?
It's a book.
Oh, it's just a book. Okay.
Gay.
Okay. So.
Oh, it's so weird.
So we're just telling the story. Please hang out. Okay. So now that we have everything settled for you and you feel comfortable again, we'll make sure we got these cuffs in. I can't believe you had to buy handcuffs. If there's anybody that I would assume had a pair of handcuffs.
Which was packed, by the way.
Oh.
I had a whole outfit. But I was like, let me not really let them think we fucking.
Yeah, that's probably a better idea.
You want some?
Okay. Yeah, he'll have a
Everybody
little.
want to go back to jail?
Yeah. So, okay, now we're going to get through the story. No interruptions, Wheezy. So, here's the thing.
Oh, man.
We go, get a little drunk.
Right.
Alex comes back. He calls me. He's like, yo, where y'all at? I say, yo, we're going to the bar next door. Mm-hmm. He comes back after dropping off the equipment, if you will.
Right.
This greedy
When you say the
motherfucker.
equipment, you mean that dick?
I don't know what he means. All I know is that he had the look in his eye like he wasn't finished dropping off equipment. Right? Like this motherfucker dropped off some of the equipment, but there was more equipment left to be dropped off.
Right.
What's up with you?
Right? Don't be distracting. Now, we go to the place next door, right? We can't get in at the place next door. There's a couple young Swedish girls that come to the show, right? One named Amelia and then one named Afia. Afia, black chick. They don't let her in, right?
They let in Amelia?
Yeah, they let Amelia in.
Right.
Let everybody in, including Alex. No, you got in the first time.
No.
Yes, you did. We all got in the first time.
I wasn't there when this happened.
Okay, well, I forgot that part.
See? His version is different.
Oh, you weren't there the first time?
I wasn't
when we were
there. I had no idea the black girl got kicked out.
Wow, that's interesting. Now that changes the story entirely. Because I thought you got in the first time. Okay, so the black chick doesn't get let in the first time. Now, the name of this place is Kelly's Bar, right? Which we found out later that G-Eazy also got arrested from this place, right? For some altercations with the bouncer, right? It is not lost on me the coincidence. Did some people say I look like G-Eazy?
Right.
And now we're back in this place.
Right.
And looking for more.
See how this is all
I'm
Andrew's
just saying.
fault,
I'm just saying.
I'm telling you, it's all Andrew's fault.
I try to get in. They don't let the black chick in. I'm like, well, we're not going to fucking go to this place if the black chick's not getting in. Now, they say it's because it's 23 and up, and the girl was like 21 or something. So I was like, let's find another place. We look for another place. There's no other place. Okay. We start going to a different location. Somewhere around this time, you show up. Mm-hmm. What happens? Because I'm not there. I'm with Afia and the other girl trying to work something out.
So I'm there with Tina. I guess Tina was still around in the area.
Right.
Tina's the
tour manager.
Tour manager.
Or tour manager for the. Yeah.
So Tina says, "Oh, they're gonna come back this way." She was under the impression you guys were coming back to Kelly's.
I was trying to do something else. Amelia.
Oh, you had equipment too. Oh.
I had equipment that needed to be dropped off as well. There was cards that need to be dumped. Okay.
So me and Tina.
I'm going to show you a picture of what he ruined for me. Okay.
So
I'm on the way to the promised land.
Me and Tina.
Yes.
Walk into Kelly's bar. We're not there more than a minute before I just get tapped from behind, and I turn around. It's a bouncer. He's like, "You have to leave." And I was just like, "Why?" He's like, "Oh, we're closing soon." I look around. This place is packed.
Yeah.
Place is packed. People still ordering drinks. Then I ask, "Do we both have to go?" He's like, no, you have to leave. So I'm like, why are you only asking me?
Right.
I walked in with this young lady, white girl, but I walked in with this young lady. He's like, I'm not going to tell you again. So at that point, he was done with the questions. So now he got really forceful. And so I'm like, I'm not moving until you give me a reason. So now he put his hands on me. I stood my ground. I was a bit stronger than him. So then he tried to put me in a chokehold, and then another bouncer came, and like the two of them like kicked me out. So at this point, I'm tight. I'm heated. Tina's just like, yo, stop. It's unnecessary. Stop. Boom. So now another bouncer comes over, and he tries to give me like a peace offering. And I'm like, yo, what's going on? He's like, yo, don't worry about it. This place has like weird rules. Like, come on, just come over here. He has drinks in his car. So he gives me like a beer, like as a peace offering. That's bullshit.
Where you got the beer. I was wondering where you got the fucking beer. Go on, now I'm putting it together.
From a bouncer from this establishment. So it's like, he's trying to tell me.
Never did he tell me he didn't have details of the story. He's told me as if the shit was fact. What happened?
Well, when I was there, isn't there yet. I got that part.
Right.
I don't know this part
yet. You thought I was with you the first
I
time.
did, but I was also snorting salt and drinking tequila and spiking limes. That's Bjorn Borg's fault, not mine. Do you know what I mean? Fam.
Tell him not to win so many French Opens.
Real talk. Like, I don't know what that is. Okay.
So, outside, talking with the bouncer, sharing a beer that he gave me. And he's trying to tell me without telling me that, like, yo, they have weird rules at this place.
Yeah, they're
And
racist.
I'm like, no, I want to know why.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't say.
They're
so
racist.
I'm tight. So I'm still under the impression you're coming back. So I'm waiting in the area.
Definitely
like,
was
close
not
to the
planning
bar.
on coming back.
And so then that's when me and you get on the phone.
You called me.
Yes.
Now, Alex, you called me tight.
Oh,
right?
yeah, I was tight.
You're like, yo, son, I almost got into it with this bouncer. Right? Like, they did some fucked up shit. I think they kicked me out, some racist shit, whatever. Now, what I said to Alex was, I was like, yo, what's up? Like, you need me to come there? And then I said, which most people understand as I don't want to come, which is, or you good. Or you good means, or you good means I don't want to go help you, right? Like, yo, I'm moving today, right? What'd you tell me when you were moving? You're like, yo, I'm moving today. I'm like, yo, you need some help or you good? Or you good is universal language for don't ask me to come help. I'm with the 21-year-old Swedish.
That's why your memory's bad. You said you were on your way back.
After you said, nah, I'm not good.
Because I would have went to the hotel.
You said, nah, I'm not good. And I was like, fuck. Well, it's my friend. I got to take care of my boy. So I come back.
Possibly.
All right, I come back. I see him on the corner, right?
Yeah.
And on my way back, I started calculating shit. I was like, I'm 34 years old. I got 3 to 4 fights left. 3 to 4 fights left in my whole life.
That's generous, to be honest.
That's generous, to be honest.
Yeah, that's what's up.
I might have 1 to 2. I might have 1 to 2.
You got one and an ass
But I
whooping.
had tequila. I was thinking 3 to 4. And I figured if I'm going to have one, a safe place like Sweden where we know there's not going to be real weapons or any of that kind of shit is going to be a nice place for it. I see you in the corner. You're kind of tight, right? Yeah. I'm like, yo, what's the problem? Blah, blah, blah. You're like, yeah, this motherfucker kicked me out. I think he's racist. There's it. Now I'm getting a little hype, right? I start walking to the spot and I got this gray jacket on and I start rolling up my sleeves. This is how I know I was drunk. I start rolling up my sleeves like I'm a fight in the 20s. You know what I mean? Like I'm about to fight on the Titanic. You know what I mean?
Like you about to fight the socialists.
Like I'm going to fight like Irish people like that, right? So I'm rolling my sleeves up, right?
Right.
I'm like, all right, it's fucking lit.
That's why I blame it.
I'm getting hyped. I'm getting hyped. It's on me. I'm getting hyped, right? I think I'm more hyped than Alex.
And you hyped me up.
Just so we walking. I'm leading a fucking march. I gotta hype myself into a fight. I'm 34. I don't got, you know what I mean? I gotta get everything loose. I walk up to the thing. I'm like, yo, where's the bouncer who's talking shit? Right? All of a sudden, the bouncer comes out. I go. Excuse me, did you kick? And I just hear over this shoulder, Alex just goes, "Fuck you, then, bitch." Fuck you then, what's up now, bitch? And I'm like, oh, it's serious.
It was go time.
It's a serious one. I didn't realize it was gonna be that serious. I said, I'm still rolling up the sleeve. I didn't even get past the elbow. You know what I mean? Like, this shit escalated, right? So then the dude says back to Alex, right? The dude goes, he goes, you ain't gonna do shit. You're all talk. You're a pussy, right? Now. In American accent, that's wild disrespectful.
Yo, that means we have to fight.
That's a fight. Now, imagine a motherfucker said...
Although I do kind of be like, you right.
You might say that. No, you might say that, right? But the dude goes, you ain't gonna do shit. You're all talk. You're a pussy, right?
Right.
When I say that to you, it's fucked up. But you got to understand what we heard. We heard the dude go, you're the pussy, yeah? You're the pussy, yeah? He called Alex a pussy, yeah? Right? Mad extra syllables in the word pussy than unnecessary, right? Alex was so infuriated by it, right? Out of nowhere, I just see this can fly over the shoulder at the dude, right? Can flies at the dude, hits that motherfucker, right? Hits him right in the chest.
How much is left in the can? Is it open?
Yeah.
Let me clarify.
Pretty full.
He threw it not overhand, right? I think I spoke about it. He threw it like the Love and Hip Hop, the champagne shit. It's just like he was trying to make the episode. You know what I mean? So the dude gets hit with it, right? Once you throw it, I'm like, yo, that's my man. We fighting this dude. It's a wrap. We about to fight. We in this together. We fucking fighting. Dude gets hit with it. Reaches in his pocket, takes out this fucking nightstick. I'm like, Alex got a fight on his hands, yo. This motherfucker got a brawl. This guy, fam, I start rolling down my sleeves, son. I was like, why my sleeves so high? What's these sleeves doing so high? Why these sleeves so high for? This is, y'all are crazy. Why did this have to get this way? This is, right?
Yeah.
Son, right? Son.
Oh my God.
Alex, okay, the dude comes swing.
Hold on, real quick.
Yo, go.
What are you thinking this whole time? I want your point of view.
Yeah,
Andrew, Andrews, what are you thinking when Andrew's like, I'm coming over?
So, boom, I'm at the corner, and I'm trying to calm down.
Fuck, I wish Kaz was here. Stupid
I'm trying
fucking
to
Vince
calm
McMahon.
down at this point.
Right.
And I told him, I'm like, yo, I got kicked out of his fucking bar. He's like, I guess he asked, yo, you good? And I'm like, nah, I'm not good. I got kicked out of the fucking bar. He turns up on the phone. He's like, nah, get the fuck out of here. Like, he turns up. So now I'm like, it's go time. It's go time.
Andrew can hype you up.
I see him walking back hype. Like, he's hype. And then you're
May
right.
have been snorting salt.
You led the walk. I was like, oh, shit, all right.
And tell him about the show, when I rolled the arm. Tell him when I rolled the jacket.
He might have rolled the jacket.
I was rolling a jacket.
He might have rolled a jacket.
I had to unclasp a button because it wouldn't roll at first. It wouldn't roll at first.
This is the white man's
Listen,
boat. So now
it wouldn't roll at first, right? Because it was too tight. So I had to unclasp the button to get it to roll up. But I thought it was a good look.
So now he asks the bouncer.
Yeah.
Like, he tries to get his attention. I don't remember exactly what you said, so maybe whatever he said was correct. And then the bouncer starts to talk shit. So then I start talking shit. And then I throw the beer at him.
Well, hold on.
Because he called you a pussy.
So Andrew leads the charge.
Andrew leads the charge.
And then
Andrew's here.
Right?
I'm
and
here.
he starts talking to the bouncer, right? He pops off first.
But diplomatically.
Okay.
I'm
not even trying to place blame. I'm just trying to know Alex's thought process as this is happening.
Me too.
So,
I'm trying to know
hashtag
it.
you too. So
what is going on? What's happening? That's what I was thinking.
So Andrew's
I just want to have a conversation.
What do you think of Andrew's talking shit to the bouncer first? What are you thinking?
I wasn't talking even shit. I was like, yo, where's the bouncer to kick my man out? I think that's pretty much what I said. Because he wasn't there yet. The second he came out the door, you were on him like the fucking
What do you think? You see that motherfucker come out, what are you thinking at this point?
Oh, I was just seeing red at that point. Because, like, I was still tight from being thrown out because I was black. Like, I literally looked around and I was the darkest person there.
Yeah.
So I knew that was the reason.
Yeah.
I tried to walk away and, like, whatever, fuck, my night's ruined, but that's what it was going to be.
Can I say one thing? You gotta know about liberal white people. Once you say it's because I'm black, they don't know how to, they just give you whatever you want. They can't.
Not in Sweden.
Not in Sweden.
We'll get to that.
Okay.
I promise you.
Okay.
But we'll get to that.
I was saying that in the club.
So look. So continue.
So what makes you throw the beer?
Because he called
was it the extra syllables on pussy?
It was the extra syllables on son. Like, I don't know what he said, but he said something, and he
that
said it
has
aggressively.
several syllables in it when he said it. He goes, you're all talk. No, that's Italian. He goes, you're talking, you're not going to do nothing, you're a pussy, see? Literally like that, son. And I like that shit kind of harmed me the way he said it, but he said it to you.
Yeah. Like,
And
he
then-
could have been giving me a compliment,
And so
but he
you're
said
done.
it
At that
aggressively.
point, you're done.
Oh,
And
yeah,
you
it's
said,
a wrap.
fuck it, let's
oh,
go.
yeah, it's a wrap.
But he's just like, you're not. He threw it like, you're not gonna call me a pussy. It wasn't like I'm gonna hurt you, but it was like, you're not gonna call me a pussy.
Oh, yeah.
You ready to fight? You ready to go?
Yeah, because he was
Okay.
talking shit from, mind you, there was a little fence there.
Right.
Like a little...
Yeah, there's a little fence. Like, that's why
So
I was
there was
so,
some
you know what I mean?
distance.
Like, everything's comfortable.
There was
It's
some
like there's a little
distance. Yeah.
barrier. You know what I mean? Like, this is gonna, it's disgruntled neighbors.
So
right?
there was some distance between him and I. And I'm like, yo, don't talk shit from all the way over there. And, my hand wasn't going to reach.
Through the
so-
can, son. Through the can.
And then
look at this. Clack, clack, clack. Daredevil. The shit was mad little in his hands. And he went, boom. He like, clack. He
So
just
what are
stretched
you
that shit out.
thinking when you see the
This
Daredevil
motherfucker not
walking
thinking
stick?
nothing. I'll get to that part. This little motherfucker not thinking shit.
Alright,
He goes
keep
like this.
talking.
He goes, clack, clack, clack. That shit, the nightstick stretches. It's a dark night.
Right.
It stretches all the way. It's a long, dark night, bro. It stretches all the way out, right?
It's a Batman.
Yeah. I go, chill. I try to stop him. He's running right at Alex, right? This is how I know Alex mad drunk. This is how I know he's drunk. I didn't know he was drunk until this moment. This is how I know he's drunk. The dude raises the fucking nightstick, swings it at Alex. Alex looking right at him. He just goes. Motherfucker put one hand
Wonder
up.
Woman, that shit?
He literally did a Thanos. He was Thanos. He just put his one hand up and blocks the nightstick with his forearm.
How'd that feel?
Oh, this is how it felt. This is how it felt. This is the first words out of his mouth. Oh, you got a nightstick? That's how drunk this motherfucker was. He blocks it like fucking MacGyver, bro. Just one swoop, right? And then he goes, oh, you got a nightstick? I'm like, oh shit, this guy's drunk, right? This guy drunk, right?
I didn't think he was going to use it.
Son, the dude comes at Alex, right? Alex cracks this motherfucker, right?
That's what's up.
Now, Alex cracks this motherfucker, right? Punches him in his face. Dude's kind of like, whatever. But the dude keeps coming with the nightstick. After Alex hits him, I have time to get in between Alex and the dude. And the dude, what are you saying no?
I'm telling you, you're remembering this story.
So how my hand broke?
So...
Your hand literally has never looked fucked up at all.
Son, I couldn't move it.
I saw you 2 days after.
Yeah.
And there was no complaints about pain.
Bro, I could barely hold a microphone.
I kind of want him to keep going.
Yeah, let me keep going.
Yeah, this
All
will
right.
be good.
Okay? I'm blocking the dude hitting the shit and hitting Alex, right?
Right.
On multiple times, by the way, when you on the other side as well, because there's 2 times where you're getting hit with nightsticks. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Right. I'm blocking it, but I'm blocking it in a way that's not like I want to get hit by it. It's more just like let's keep the peace, right? It's not like you
throwing a leg out?
yo.
Just kicking it out.
Yo, you know how, I thought about it. It was, you know how Sweden was like neutral in World War II?
Yeah.
That was me. I was Swedish about it. I was like, guys, why don't y'all chill? Everything will be fine. Right? So I'm trying to stop. The dude takes, Alex is running at this point, right? Which is understandable. Guy has a weapon. You run him, mad slow. Embarrassment. This is wrong. Disgrace. Anyway, running mad slow. Dude takes a big ass swing, right? You are running. Your back is to him. He takes a big ass swing at you, right?
Okay.
He slips. No, he misses and slips. Okay. It was a massive swing. Like if he got you, oh boy, he'd be talking crazy retarded now. It feels so good to be back in America. All right, that was the Alex Mandela story. I still think I'm a hero. You know, I think we could all agree that I'm a fucking hero. You know what I mean?
What we should do is get that testimony put in this episode.
Yo, son, find a way to get the testimony.
This motherfucker,
he won't send it. He won't answer
the lawyer
emails.
really was trash.
Son.
he really
and you want to keep him.
Andrew a hero, dog.
I am a hero. I got you out, son. It was my motherfucking
Terrible.
testimony.
Next clip.
Okay. So this next
Like
clip,
jail's not fun, guy.
arguably the most flagrant that we've been.
It's not arguable.
Okay,
not
fine.
arguable.
It's the fucking most flagrant we've been. You know exactly what the fuck it is. And if you didn't listen to that episode, you're about to hear it right now.
I'm gonna be honest.
Bro.
It's the funniest 8.5 minutes of anything
Facts.
I've ever done. TV, podcast,
Facts.
whatever the fuck I've done.
Facts.
Stand up. It's the funniest. I think it's 8.5 minutes. I don't often rewatch our shit. I rewatched this multiple times.
Multiple times.
It's so fucking funny.
And anytime somebody asks the favorite episode, they immediately say Franks and Beans. Like classic.
Well, you just gave it up.
So my bad. Can I intro with them?
Intro it up.
All right, fucking man. This episode right here is not arguably, but probably the funniest fucking moment in Flagrant 2 history. Classic episode, Frank and Beans, right now.
And then there's not a lot of fun around it.
No.
Right? Well, with us, we can have fun, but like when you get a motherfucker who really buys into that, and then you start to crack jokes that are like sarcastic, it triggers their, well, we shouldn't joke around about that. Like I was talking to this girl who works with retards, right? Yeah. And like she calls them like, what are they?
Special?
No, Puerto Ricans. Let's go! Come on, man. Sit your retarded ass down. Look. No, but she works with like, she called... Guys, come on. It's a joke. Puerto Ricans don't work. Look. No. So we keep it flagrant.
Just cut the clip right now. The Instagram. Just cut the clip right now.
But no, she works with like special needs kids or whatever like that. And I was just like, you know, I'd call them tards or whatever, but like I didn't mean it like...
No, I always say they're a little late to class. They're a little tardy.
They're a little tardy.
They're a little tardy.
They tardy,
They're a little late to class.
They are. They're a little late to class.
Pink slips. These motherfuckers are pink slips.
Yo. She teach hall pass. And all I'm saying, she was a little, you know, triggered by it. And I tried to explain to her, like,
it's the funniest line, and there's something about Mary. Right. Is literally one. I remember this line for 20 years. Okay. Is Matt Dillon or whatever is trying to impress Cameron Diaz, so he makes up this whole fake persona, and she has a special needs brother, or whatever. Yeah. And then he's trying to impress her. He says, "I'm an architect, but that's just my profession. It's not my passion." And she goes, "What's your passion?" He just goes, "I work with retards." And it was so fast and so matter of fact. I fucking remember how funny that line is to this day. I work with retards.
Because he truly didn't know it was wrong yet.
I work with retards.
Yo, deadass, there's few things funnier than like not knowing you're being offensive. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, but like, you know, she works, and she was like, you got to call them special needs and then say the thing. You know, like whatever it is.
Too many syllables.
Facts, exactly, right? So like, but what I was trying to say is, and I was teasing in general, but I was trying to say is, like, we decide if words are offensive or not, right? There was a time where the word retard wasn't offensive, right?
It was actually the nice way to say it.
It was actually the scientific term, right? Yeah. Retardation, it just means slowing down. Yeah. That's all it is. Like, if you have a retarded heartbeat, you know what I mean? It's your heartbeat.
It's Puerto Rican.
No, it's because your heartbeat sounds like this. Yo, and you put that son, if you put that stethoscope up there, literally, if you put the stethoscope up there, you put your ear next to it, you just hear ice cream.
So when you flatline, when you die, is it just oh God. So this is the most flagrant.
Yo, peak flagrancy. We gonna need a Patreon, y'all. We're gonna need a Patreon. It's the only way we can survive. Only way we can survive.
We have ever had.
Only way we can survive. You know who would find this funny? Summer retard. Yo, but what I was trying to say is this.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
He did not say it.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh man.
So look.
Oh fuck.
Point is, I was trying to explain to her. I was like, yo, it's about intent. You know what I mean? What? It's about intent. Y'all guys over here.
We need Jazz back.
Yo, we really do, man. We really do, man. You know what I mean?
No. Oh my God.
Yo, Alex, you sit your fucking athletic short wearing ass down. Get the fuck out of here, bro. So,
oh my God.
Sons. This is my point.
Oh my god.
It's about intent.
Oh my god.
If you say a word, right? I'm not even gonna say it because it's gonna make us laugh now. But if you say a word, right? A word is just a fucking sound, right? Especially one that used to be scientific. Don't leave. No, keep it in. Keep it in. It's okay to laugh, but you keep it right here, okay? This motherfucker. Yo.
Who else makes sounds for words?
I can't breathe.
It's hard.
Yo, Alex literally on the ground right now, son. Alex is on the ground, bro. Yo, oh my God, son.
That's funny because that is what you say about a retarded person is words. It's just sounds.
Yo, Alex, you good, bro? You good?
Fucking making me cry over here,
dude. Bro. It's all. Hey, look, that's what it is. It's Flagrant 2.
This is the wildest it's ever been.
You know what the great thing about Flagrant 2 is, and I have to say this, and about this show specifically, is the 2 stands for the number that retards can count up to. Look at this one. Don't you leave. Don't you leave. No, you stay right there and you stay by the mic, okay? You stay right there. You stay right there and you stay by the mic, yo. Yo,
this is the wildest episode we've ever had. Alex can't breathe. Holy fuck.
Oh, shit. Listen, it is what it is. This dude, look, the point is this. The point is this. I was trying to explain, look, I obviously, when I'm saying that, I don't have any ill will towards, this group of people. Oh, God. Son. Oh, God, bro.
You good?
Oh, God, bro.
Are you good?
I'm crying somehow. I'm crying. You can't even say the word. You can't even say the fucking word.
You know who else probably cries? Moms when they have her retarded son.
Stop it.
I apologize to everyone.
You know what we calling this episode? Franks and Beans! You got, son, this shit is fucking off the rails. This shit is Alex. This shit is off the fucking rails, bro.
I almost just peed on myself.
Fuck, you know who else pees on the
Oh shit!
Oh my god! Oh fuck! Oh my god!
Bro.
Oh my god!
Bro.
Oh fuck!
Bro!
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
I don't know if we can put this out. I really don't.
Let me tell y'all something, asshole army. Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all gonna prove something to us this week. It's an experiment. All right, it's an experiment with how on page with the flagrancy you are.
Oh yeah.
Because we gonna put this out.
Oh man.
And if nobody gets pissed about this shit and nothing happens, then real talk, we got something special. If nothing goes crazy, we don't get any backlash, nothing, we got something special because we got what everybody wants. The ability to joke around about absolutely fucking anything.
All right, that was Franks and Beans. You know what I mean? Yeah, we actually put it in the fucking episode.
There's nothing
We're
more you
stupid.
can say.
We should never have put that in the year-end episode. Why would we remind people of what we've said? But this is Flagrant 2. We're not giving a fuck. We out here, okay? This next one, this is another pretty funny one. I'm not going to lie. This is another pretty funny one, and I'm not going to say anything else more about it besides call it ambulance. Give it a listen.
Yo, I was in DC this weekend and shit got kind of wild. Motherfucker almost died.
XXX
No. But like legit, a dude almost died. R.I.P. XXX Tentacion. That's sad, man.
Word.
That is sad. Anyway, whatever.
That's literally how Andrew deals with death right there.
Yo, it's so true. I just compartmentalized.
We saw a guy die.
We did?
Yeah. Remember we were on the road, we were coming back, I was driving, and we saw that car crash, the dude fell asleep at the wheel.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Why you made me remember that?
I was shook.
Yo, son, real talk.
Why'd you just unpack
Yeah, I packed that shit up. That shit was in the fucking storage unit.
The point
I mean, this motherfucker out here storage wars in my emotional trauma. You know what I mean? Akash out there like $53, $57 sold. So Akash, now I gotta think about that. Yo, son,
I was there. You didn't give a fuck, fam.
I was trying to fuck. There was that girl that was cute. She needed consoling. You don't remember that one?
A couple things, three things.
Right,
one of them is good. First thing, as I'm pulling over, because this shit is crazy.
You were driving?
Andrew's like, yeah. Andrew's mad in New York. He's like, nah, this is a setup, B. I was like, what are you fucking saying, man?
You never seen those movies of Apocalypse?
Yeah.
What is it called? Apocalypse. Apocalypse. Apocalypse is what's happening in San Antonio.
Hilarious. But two, when we both tried to help, and Andrew was telling the EMT what to do, was very impressive. But then after that, he didn't give a fuck. He got in the car. I got in the car. I was like, yo, I'm shook, man. I don't know if I want to drive. He's like, all right, man, I'll drive. Jesus. I man, push that shit aside like nothing had happened.
Bro, I'm good at doing that. You gotta compartmentalize. The thing with XXX is
that was a fan of yours. You always shouted this kid out.
Yeah, and I know. Okay, look, there's a lot of drama around him and a lot of allegations that are really fucked up that would make you not want to like somebody of that capability, right? Those capabilities, right? But
wait, what are the allegations? Rape?
No, not rape. It's not rape. No.
Can we please always pronounce it like that? Unless it happened to someone
My boy called that shit broccoli rape. Son, yo, I know it's crazy. We flagrant today. Where Kaz at? Rein it in. So no, but he was like I just saw this kid really early before I knew about a lot of that stuff, and I just heard a couple of the songs. I think the first song was "Look at Me."
Oh, I like his music.
Yeah, he's very talented, and he had this really engaging personality. And I saw these fight videos of him, and I remember just thinking hey man, you gotta, don't do that shit anymore. You got real superstar talent. This is before any the crazy hitting women or that kind of stuff comes
out there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and I was like, don't, no, I remember I was doing a DJ Vlad interview, right? And I was just like, I think he's a superstar, and I just hope he doesn't get caught up in the hoopla, because I really do believe that. And he hit me up on Instagram. He's like, yo, thanks for saying that, man. I really appreciate you. Yeah, I'm on the straight and narrow. And he's like, I love Guy Code. That shit got me through depression when I was younger.
That's crazy.
So you never know who's watching the show, right?
Yeah.
And we chopped it up a little. I mean, literally a couple things, but it was just it was one of those guys where you hope kind of worked it out. But he was one of those guys who was out there, man. He got touched. He was almost asking to get touched. He got touched when he was in San Diego. He got touched, meaning somebody dropped him on stage.
Yeah, I liked his music, and then he got knocked out on stage. And what bothered me more than him getting knocked out was I was watching the video. I was like, is this motherfucker barefoot? and I was like, I'm out.
Yeah.
Not a fan. I'm out.
Yeah, that's brave.
Yo,
that's
too white for me.
Yeah, but that's some brave shit. To go into the town that you're beefing with
barefoot.
Son, that's ballsy in shorts. You know what I mean? Anyway, man, R.I.P. We don't know what comes next, but hopefully everything. Who knows? I don't even know what to say. I'm just gonna package that shit up with that death on the fucking road that you brought up.
Yeah, man. I just want to see what it would take for you to. I was actually trying to make us look cooler. We saw the motherfucker die. What you gonna do?
Well, so this guy, I'm performing at the DC Improv this weekend. Shouts to DC Improv. My people's out there. They were very cool, man. Two funny comics opened up for me, Martin Amini and Lafayette.
Martin is, I fucks with both of those dudes.
First of all, so funny. Both of them are funny, yo. Go check both of them out. I hope they got some clips out, yo. Martin's mad funny, yo. This guy, his father literally had a ice cream truck mafia. He got a joke about how his pops had 8 ice cream trucks, but sometimes cats would try to come on the route and he'd have a baseball bat and he just started beating up the fucking trucks and shit, real hardcore. So it's just real funny stories. But But we're there, and like I was doing the last show Sunday night. You know, we going in, doing our thing, and then all of a sudden I just hear this girl, this woman, this like old black lady. She goes, "Oh my God. Oh my God, no!" And she goes, "Someone call an ambulance! Someone call an ambulance!"
Why are you making her sound so stupid?
Bro, someone call an ambulance! Right? And then the lights kind of get turned on a little bit. Her husband is slumped, bro.
This is at the show.
At the show.
Fuck.
Son, we thought he was dead, bro. Like, he was just out. So we stop. I get off stage. A couple people, we walk over, and he starts to kind of wake up a little bit. He had completely passed out.
Right.
Low blood sugar.
Bro, well, I don't know what it was. You know what I mean? What maybe it was that, but completely passed out. Head hit the fucking plate. There's like shit on his face. We get him out there. He gets put in the ambulance. And then
That's why you ain't shit, because you've been waiting to say that this whole time.
No.
You a loser.
I'll tell you what I have been waiting to say. For my whole life in comedy, I've been trying to kill on stage. And
Almost got there.
we getting close. No, dead ass. I get back. So it's literally like 40 minutes into
There's
the show.
a sense of accomplishment, I'm sure, when you like, there's a part of you like, did I get this
Yo,
motherfucker?
oh my God. It was either make a girl's water break or like,
Right.
like make someone pass out or something like that. But he left, right? And there's still, few hundred people in the audience. Right. And I did maybe 40 minutes, and I was like, fuck it. So I got back on stage. And then
that's what's up.
Yeah, and the first thing I have it. I'm gonna put it on the vlog, the DC vlog that comes out. Y'all should check it out. It's gonna be fun. But and the first thing I said was like a silent moment of silence, and it was like, I've always wanted to kill. And, boom. So that kind of broke the tension.
Right.
But there was some comedian thing in me, which I've realized that obviously, hopefully this guy's okay. He's in an ambulance. Everything's good, right? But the comedian thing in me was... He's in an ambulance. He was in an ambulance. So, what? Bro, I'm not going to joke. Funny. Real talk. Hey, no, Alex, dead serious. We were like, yo, did someone call an ambulance? Yo, bro, no, for real, I got you. And he was like, no, don't call an ambulance. And then we're like, dude, you passed out. Something could really be wrong. Dude, you have to go to the hospital in an ambulance, or else something could happen to you.
Right.
Anyway, so whatever. He's in an ambulance, and then
I don't know why it's so funny.
bro, it's the ambulance. Bro, it's the ambulance. Alex, it's an ambulance. Alex, bro, yo, you know how expensive it is to get called an ambulance?
But insurance works there. It doesn't work in a hospital. It does work in a...
In ambulance.
Yeah.
All right. Say it.
Ambulance.
Ambulance. son, if you saw this lady...
Alex is dying.
Son, if you saw this lady...
Alex keep laughing. We have to call that ambulance.
Yo, we got to call an ambulance for you. Yo, we got to call an ambulance. Alex, you need us to call an ambulance. I really hope he's alive, yo. I hope that man lives.
What if he died in the ambulance?
He didn't die in an ambulance. He didn't die in an ambulance. Anyway, I guess the point I was trying to say is with jokes in general,
What do you think she'd have said if he was dying in the ambulance? Who would she call for? He died in the ambulance. Somebody call the who? Who do you call now? If you're in the ambulance,
get us to the hospital. Quick, get us to the hospital. We need
call
to
the
go to the
doctor.
hospital.
Call the doctor.
Call the doc. Someone get a doc. Someone get a doc. He said, hey, this is faster than ambulance go. I thought ambulance would go faster than this.
Oh, God.
Why does she sound like the water boy now?
All right, man. That was the ambulance. That was a funny ass show, funny ass situation. Next clip coming up. Honestly, I think all of us right now believe that he's going to be the future star of the UFC, of MMA, the face of MMA. We're looking forward to his fight. And he came on telling us about how he used to fuck ugly chicks. So just know that if you out there fucking ugly fat chicks.
Before he had dick pride.
That's true. That was before he had the dick pride. Yeah. So if you got no dick pride right now, just know one day you can be a future UFC champion. So shout to Izzy.
Shout out to my fellow Nigerian.
Shout to Naija. Mm-hmm. And this clip is called I don't know what we call this clip. The greatest haka in history? Haka.
Aquaman, eat your heart out.
I heal quick. I got the X factor.
Son, I don't heal quick.
Healing factor.
My shit is fucking done, dude. I was.
What is it, 34?
35.
Ankle when he was
Happy
31.
birthday as well. Happy birthday
cheers,
as
man.
well.
Thank you.
Belated.
Not even rolled my ankle. I don't think I told you this, but I was drunk the other night and I had this girl over and she didn't want to fuck or she didn't want to give me head, but she was just kind of like jerking me off. So I was like, I got
That sounds
this.
fun.
Yeah, man.
And so I just took over, but I was drunk. And I was I guess I was whacking it really hard.
Oh no!
What?
Henny dick.
No. It was hard. It was hard, but I didn't realize how much I was tugging. And then the next morning I looked at my dick. Bro, there's a fucking rug burn on my dick.
Wow. Are you circumcised on there?
No, I'm circed. So yeah, what?
I thought every
not
dick looked like mine till I saw my first porn.
No, yours should look like a blunt.
No, dude, I was like, man, why?
No, they only circumcised the women.
Honestly, I thought white people. I swear, honestly, I thought white people had the weirdest dicks. I was like, what is this shit like?
Wait, why?
Because it was like this.
Because you could see it.
Yeah, I've never seen that before when I was 13.
What, the tip of a dick?
Not just like skin. I was like, what is all this?
Hold on. You're circed or you're not circed?
I am circed.
Oh, I'm circed.
Oh, yeah. High five.
There we go.
Nah, but like, I thought when I saw my first porn, like, and I was like, fuck,
white people aren't circumcised?
No, white people are circumcised, man.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh, well, the one I
Jews
saw.
created that shit.
Yeah.
Oh.
They started circumcision.
L'chaim.
There we go.
Nah, but I never, I thought people weren't really circumcised like in the Caucasian culture.
Most people
in America, we're all circumcised.
Yeah.
Most of the people here.
Anybody here
You learn something new every day. Who's not
Who here
circumcised?
not circumcised?
But you guys are like from New Zealand, right?
Australia.
Oh, these are Australians?
Yeah.
They're convicts. Who gives a
Yeah,
fuck?
that's right.
Yeah.
We don't care about you.
Australians, man. Fucking savage people, these guys.
Yo, they said that
Animals.
They said that New Zealand got ugly chicks. Is that true?
Nah.
Keep it real,
everywhere. Whoa.
Yeah, no. Keep it real, Ash. Hey.
I'm just saying.
That's what I heard, bro. That's what
you gotta know
someone
where
from
to
New
look. You have to
Zealand
know where to look. You have to look in the right places.
If you gotta do that, they ugly.
Yeah, that's a true ass point.
Nobody said, yo, in Los Angeles, you gotta know where to look for the girls. It's just
The
outside.
extra bad bitches in LA, though, the extra bad bitches, you gotta know where to look.
Yeah, but
in
regular
LA.
bad bitches in LA
Yeah,
are just
for
at
sure,
Starbucks.
for
You're
sure.
fine.
Yeah.
Regular bitches in LA got jobs. That's how you know there's a lot of hot bitches. Son, when we were in Norway and Sweden,
I heard.
there was bitches working at McDonald's. My buddy had a funny joke about it. He was in Norway and the girl working at McDonald's was like a dime.
Yeah.
Like fucking smoke show hot.
Yeah.
Dude, and she's like, can I get you something to drink? And he was like, can I get you something to drink? Like tens working in the McDonald's.
Definite. It's just regular over there, I can imagine. I'm doing Europe tour. So my friend's getting married in Ireland.
Okay. Oh, man, you just going to ugly to uglier, bro.
No, my friend is. Hey, RP. But he's getting married to one of our other friends in Ireland.
Yeah.
Because she's Irish. And then I'm just going to hang around like Europe for a little bit.
If someone said to you, yo, last night, I fucked this Irish chick.
Yeah. I've seen some hot Irish chicks.
Come on, bro.
Dude.
Come on, bro.
Oh, man, I'm not lying.
If I go, yo, I smashed this Brazilian last night.
I know what you mean.
You gonna be like, send me pics.
Dude, okay,
Show
I'll
me
tell you one
pics.
thing. When I went to Brazil for that fight, we get to the hotel around like 1 a.m. And then we're checking in, and there's this guy with two chicks. I think they were hookers or whatever, but I swear to God, you know, like one of those video game asses. I went down to the reception to get a charger, like a port.
Yeah.
And I left my phone in the hotel room. I wish I brought my phone down because I swear it was just this dime piece, like literally.
Yeah.
And she, oh my God, it was just something I like.
Irish
I still remember it. No, Brazilian.
Not Irish.
Okay. Brazil, like
Irish, you might as well just jerk off because you're basically fucking lotion at that point. Like, how much whiter does it get than Irish?
Ghosts.
Poor girls.
Yeah. But I mean, fuck, that was nice.
But New Zealand, you said there's some shorties out there.
Yeah, definitely. You just gotta know where to look. And
You know
also,
this girl
have
that
you
falls
ever,
in love
before
with-
you fucked a girl, have you ever done like a haka? Like just to get ready. Like I would do that shit. Like you know what that is? That shit was like
it's like the traditional war dance for the Maori people. They're the indigenous people of New Zealand. So
yeah,
they have this war dance. They did it from way back.
So
when the colonizers was coming through on these ships, they stood on the fucking shore.
Yeah, that ain't work.
We out here.
Cute dance, guys. You'll be slaves now.
Oh man.
But it is the shit, and I see like videos of it. There's this guy who plays at LSU because that haka culture is infused in like Hawaiian culture too. Because a lot of the Polynesians over there. And did you see that clip of the dude and his dad? Oh, it was dope.
Oh, maybe I saw that.
It popped up on my YouTube. Now I got like tons of haka videos on my YouTube and shit. I'm into it. It's cool. But I think that's a nice thing to do sexually. I think
you can try it out. I might try it next time.
Do women do it? I think you guys.
They have their own ones, but they use the poise and they make these faces as well. But it's not like it's not as aggressive as the male.
Do they pull their tongue out like that? That's a good one.
They make I don't know how to do it.
That should be the closer.
Yeah.
Just
and drop the chin.
So here's the thing: the All Blacks, you know, the rugby team.
Yeah, I heard of them.
Love that they do the haka. That's
fun. Where the vodka at?
Oh, we got more vodka.
Yeah, hey,
bring it over here, Ash.
Re-up.
My man, recovering right now.
Love that they do the haka, but some of the white guys on the team, man,
doing it right.
The rhythm is off, man. It is very off.
At least they trying.
It's like a Macarena.
Yeah.
The way they come to it. Dude, I'm watching them bet. Just focus on the brown dudes. At least when you're videotaping it, just video good, you know. And there's some soda water, and there might be some Sprite too. Yeah, we'll leave that on the table. I might have a little bit more.
Definite.
Okay, so now that you're famous,
not yet.
You're getting famous.
Yeah, slowly.
You're getting famous.
I'm learning.
The shorties are coming out the woodwork.
That's what I'm saying. What's the UFC groupie situation?
Because I saw you post a little something.
I ain't trying to get me too.
I know, we're all afraid. But here's the thing. I saw a little groupie situation you posted.
Raise my hand. Me too.
You posted something.
A while ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like a girl that you slid in and she didn't answer.
For
and
like
now she's
7 months. And then after my Arizona fight, maybe a week after, she hit me up and I'm like, really, nigga? Come on. Keep that same energy. How the fuck? So, even
you should say that after you fuck them. You're a little too early with that.
Nah, but like,
that's what you do. What? You fuck them, and then when you don't return their calls, they're like, why aren't you doing it? And you be like, oh, remember how you did me 7 months ago?
I'm petty. I'm like, because everyone thinks I've got dick pride. Petty. I got to say, dick pride. I learned something when I turned 28.
Yeah.
Hold on 2 seconds.
Yeah, take a sip out of that. Keep on talking about that.
Are you telling me you got famous to turn back down the girls who turned you down when you weren't famous?
Facts.
Like,
I'm like
you're
Lil
still
Duval,
not gonna
petty.
fuck.
Honestly, because like, so 28. I turned 28 last year. I'm 29 now. In July last year, and
That's
I swear to God.
How turning ages.
Yeah.
The style bender.
And then I had this metamorphosis, I swear to God, and everything started making sense. People coming in my life, people going.
Yeah.
I could see, like, I had like fucking spidey senses. I could just see all the snakes and all this shit.
Right.
And then, yeah, I kind of realized, look, girls don't just jump on every dick that's offered to them. But like, as guys, we kind of get brought up with this culture of like, you know, you just fuck bitches, get money, whatnot. So I was like, because I've had times where I've had to fake orgasms, and you know sometimes even when you fuck and then you just like,
let's stop right there. So let's stop right there. Go into it because I'm a big fan of this.
Real? Oh, you do too.
I will fake it before I go soft on you.
Facts.
I'm not going to give you that. I'm not going to give you because some girl will be, oh, that's why his dick didn't get hard.
Oh, she can talk to your.
Exactly.
Oh, I see what you mean.
So I'll come if I feel like I'm going soft. I come prematurely fake. I fake come. I go, and they're like, what happened? I was like, oh, it was so good.
Get the shivers as well on the hips.
Oh, I don't hit the Dougie.
I give the Oscar. I give the Oscar on fake orgasms.
What do you mean? What happened? Tell me about this fake orgasm.
So like, I mean,
act one out right now. I'm with it.
I'm trying to get.
You're about to be a hand puppet.
No, but like, I mean.
So what happened with a shorty? You're saying that.
Okay, let me think of an example.
No, I mean,
I want to hear this. I want to hear this.
I want to hear this.
I want to hear this. Well, we're gonna get it.
Yeah.
Okay, you know when I was talking about, you know, left hand and wet wipes. Okay, so this one time, right? I pull up to this shorty's house.
Where
drunk.
are we? We're in New Zealand.
New Zealand,
okay,
Auckland,
New Zealand,
CBD,
9.
Auckland.
That's why you had. That's why you fake the orgasm.
Oh, LA3.
So you pull up to this LA3, right? She's combing her back hair.
She's a white girl, fat ass. This is when I realized.
When he says fat ass, she doesn't mean she has a fat ass. She means this bitch fat. Fat ass.
Fat as
She was
fuck.
like, she was practicing.
Easy, come. Easy, come. You in the car, soft as shit, trying to get hard.
I'm sweating.
When you,
I'm sweating.
yo,
Izzy, I'm going to suck your dick, Izzy.
Yo, you know how he said, I'm not media trained? It's going to come back to haunt you.
Yo, when you...
man. Hold up, 2 seconds. Fuck. Okay, so...
When you pull up to a girl's house in New Zealand, do you ever see her doing that lineman stance with a tackling dummy they do in football? Where they just going and then they just come up.
Some can't.
All right. Okay, good. So there's this girl in the backyard just lifting a tree out of the ground. What? She's just removing a tree from the ground, right? Be with you in 1 second. 1 second, Izzy. Have to do landscaping. Quick, Izzy.
This is on him. But
Mark Hunt is gonna be downstairs. Like, what was that?
Nah, he's someone.
Oh, my bad.
But so I get there, right? This is when I was like fucking 23.
Yeah.
Big ass chick. She's pretty. And then, not big ass chick, big ass. That is.
Fatty. She got the fatty.
Yeah. And then, I'm drunk. We talk a little bit, then we start making it happen. And I remember I just kind of turned her over, put her over the bed, and I spread the cheeks open.
Like a gentleman.
My God.
Yeah. Oh, you smelled the doo-doo?
No, I was back here, but I got the whiff.
Pussy or doo-doo?
Doo-doo.
Oof. Respect.
Dude.
Lots of respect.
Hold on.
That bitch had a full meal before you came over.
So I get there, right? and I got the full.
Take it easy.
You trying to get me killed? Oh, man. I'll look after you when you come to New Zealand. I got your back. I got your back.
Protection,
son. I got you.
I need the protection.
But yeah.
That same bitch gonna be waiting for him outside.
What is funny now?
Nah, but if I was white, I'd be red right now.
All right, go. So Shorty's butt cheeks are open, doodle hanging out. Right?
All right, that was Izzy Adesanya. Make sure you get your dick pride. Salute, shouts to our boy. Next one coming up. Kaz, why don't you tee this up? Because this was another big interview.
Yeah, another big interview, man. And it was if you're signed up to Patreon, you probably heard this already. But if not, for the grand audience of Flagrant 2, we had 3-time slam dunk champion Nate Robinson as a guest on the Flagrant 2 podcast.
Talking spicy.
And he was one of the most flagrant guests we've had, man.
He told us it was the most lit podcast he'd ever done.
Yes, big facts. And let's we didn't get into trouble, but we made a little noise for that interview.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Had a little clip that Nate had to say about former BYU standout Jimmer Fredette and China League legend. So check that out. This is Nate Robinson on Flagrant 2.
Yeah, call him up, man.
All right, we have a special guest.
Yeah, we're going to get to this early because it's early on his side. He has rehab in a few.
Oh, is he still rehabbing?
Yeah, he's
What's he rehabbing?
He's trying to play, dude.
That's not.
He's trying to play, man.
But rehabbing, that's an injury.
Yo. Let me intro you real quick. We got a history maker on our line today on the Flagrant 2 hotline. Now I'm saying former New York Knicks, so he always gets love from me. The one and only person in the history of the NBA to win the NBA Slam Dunk Championship 3 times. Give it up to one of the greatest dunkers, greatest athletes to ever step foot in the NBA court. My man Nate Robinson is on the Flagrant 2 podcast. What up, Nate?
What's up, guys?
I'm good, man.
How you doing? You sound groggy.
Nah, man, y'all waking me up at 6, 7 a.m. I mean, shit.
You gotta be. Come on, bro. You're doing a comeback. These are comeback hours.
Yeah, you don't got rehab today.
Yeah, rehab is in a bit after this, so I'm gonna knock it out in a minute.
What are you rehabbing?
I'm rehabbing my meniscus.
Okay.
Man,
okay.
See?
Yeah, but I'll be back. I'm already walking and running a little bit now, so I'll be back probably full health in
now.
Late December.
Nate, are you in Washington doing this rehab?
Yes. Yeah, I'm in Seattle.
You're out in Seattle?
Mm-hmm.
Now, let me ask you a question. What is it about these pasty vegan bitches that you love so much that you get brought back to Seattle? No matter how far you go, man. We bring you to the bright lights of New York City. You got Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, Indians, Asians,
mommies in Seattle.
Do you know what I mean?
That was my problem. That was my problem here, so you had to get out of there. Too many Spanish.
too many Spanish mommies. But I had to come back home.
So you went back to my roots. You went back to rehab in a place you knew you could concentrate.
Mm-hmm.
You weren't going to be distracted.
You went back to a place where they spell mommy MOMMY.
Now, Nate, man, speaking of Seattle, it's produced a lot of hoopers. You know what I mean? One right now playing for the Knicks is Alonzo Trier. You know what I'm saying? That's somebody that you've watched growing up for a while. What are your thoughts on him, man? Because I know when we caught up, you was talking a lot about him in L.A. and saying, yo, he's a real one. He's a hooper.
Yeah, man, I just don't understand how a guy like that with so much talent can go undrafted. That just shows that GMs, that they don't know what they're talking about. They don't know what they're doing sometimes. And, they make mistakes just like we do, like, people like that. So, Lonzo, he's been good. He lived there in Seattle. He moved out of here, went to Vegas to school. Then he went to Arizona. Then from Arizona, I don't know how you go undrafted, but he was one hell of a player there. And then now he's showing the league, what he can do. He's already making people fall, dunking on people, and he's only a rookie. And it's only going to get better. So I hope the Knicks understand that they got a real baller on their hands and that they can open their eyes and understand that Seattle got some cold ballers, man, period. I don't care what nobody say. We can go up against some of the best players in the world, and that's just how we do.
Yeah, I hear you, man. All right, let me ask you a question, because you were a teammate that was incredibly skilled but could also be a pain in the ass for a coach. So what was it? What do you think is happening in Washington, D.C. right now?
With John and Beal and all those guys over there, I don't know, man. I mean, everybody's gonna point fingers when you start losing, man. That's just what it is. If they were winning, they wouldn't stay in any of this.
Yeah,
really.
So for sure, I've been a part of it before, being with the Knicks and being on a losing team, and we win a little bit, and then winning makes everything a little bit better. It makes the chicken strips taste a little bit better. It makes that lemonade a little bit more brisk when you win. You feel me?
Yeah.
But I just think they need to just, find a way to get on the winning streak before they, make some crazy decisions on trade these guys, when those are the guys they actually need to win.
I have a question, right? And it's really just about Washington, D.C., the organization, right? Washington, D.C. is looking for a coach, right? And they're like, we have a dominant personality in our point guard. We need a coach that has the ability to coach a dominating personality of a point guard. So then they get Scott Brooks, who just failed trying to coach a dominant personality of a point guard. How much is on the organization?
I mean, it's one thing when you got coaches that be stuck in their ways in a certain way, and then you got a player that is in like a John Wall, barely deal these guys that, they demand so much because, they work so hard, man, and they want to be the person to lead the team. So the coach don't have to coach as much, but the coaches, they be trying to coach and do so much instead of just letting some of the players play sometimes. But I just think that, like you said, like I said earlier, they got to figure out a way just to find a way to win. They got to figure out that way to win, no matter how they do it. You know what I'm saying? So they just gotta go out. You see, they came back down 24 last night. Yeah. Came back and win. So they came back and won the game. So they just gotta however they finish the game, that's how they gotta play the rest of the season. I think they'll be all right, and then they can turn the season around and be like, we started the season like this, and then we ended it like this to make it in the playoffs. So as long as they make the playoffs, I think it's a successful season.
Now, Nate, Andrew just mentioned Scott Brooks. That's one of the many shitty coaches you played for. Who was the worst coach you played for?
No, it was.
Now, D'Antoni,
it was.
Tibbs don't give a fuck about your body.
It was tough. It was tough being in OKC the year I was there, man, because when I got there, I knew I wasn't going to play, and I was behind. And this is no disrespect to my guy Eric Maynard, but I was playing behind Eric Maynard. Like, they were like, this is our guy who we're going with. And I'm looking around like, are you kidding me? Like, every day at practice, they were, we had to stand on the side and run up. Like, we had to run lines when they were scrimmage. And, we had to run lines. So every time they went down and ran, they ran down on the other side, we had to run down and wait. And then when they run back, I said, man, this ain't no cartoon. Like, cartoon characters running back, one I said, no. I had to stop practice one day. Like, yo, so do we not get to practice?
Oh, man.
I'm lost. So, you know, like, I think that, you know, they took that from me. I think that a lot of coaches that I've been around, they took that as like, I don't want to say disrespect, but they took that in a negative way because I was so passionate about playing, and that's practice. And most guys don't even want to practice in the league. Most guys want to chill and just wait for the game. So for me, I was like, no, I like to actually practice. That's how I work on my game. That's how I get better for the game. So, you know, it was tough, but I don't know, man. I had some cool coaches. I had some bad coaches, you know, and I wouldn't necessarily say Tony was a bad coach. He was just a bad fit, I guess, for me. He just didn't like me or something. I don't know. I mean, me and Carlos Boozer, we got some passes on our first podcast. We got passed it to All-Star Weekend at Media Day. And I asked D'Antoni, you know, I asked all the players, you know, asking them questions. And then D'Antoni came up. And I told Boozer, I said, I'm going to ask him why he sat me down for them 14 games. Like, I really want to know what I did. And, I never asked him over the years. I've never asked him. So, you know, I went up to him and asked him in front of everybody. Like, yo, D'Antoni, I was like, yo, you know, why you didn't play? And it's funny because I was like, yo, why you didn't play Nate Robinson? And I said it like, you know, I wasn't. I said, why you didn't play Nate Robinson for them 14 games and he had 41 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, and 5 steals? Why you didn't play him that, like, and he had that game? And he was like, you know, he couldn't give me a real answer. It was so funny. And I put him on the spot. He was like a deer in the headlights. He didn't know what to say, what to do. It was pretty cool. It was like pretty like the best Q&A I ever had.
You know why he didn't play you? Because you were stealing all his pasty white bitches.
Hey, you know, it's funny because people ask me that. They were like, man, did you sleep with somebody's girl?
Hey, I'm going to be honest, I believe that.
I was like, I hope not. I hope I didn't, man. I hope I didn't.
D'Antoni like them chicks.
Girl. Man, I hope I didn't sleep with somebody's girl, man, and somebody was like, you know what, we're going to blackball Nate Robinson. And I hope that wasn't the case. And if it was, I want to say here, I apologize.
Yo, there's so I heard a story. My understanding about you, Nate, is that you love to compete.
Yeah, too much. A little too much, man.
So can you clarify this story? I was hearing a story. It was you were in Denver, right? And what was the point guard's name? He was in
Ty Lawson.
Ty, yeah. Now on that team, it was you, Ty, and there was I can't believe
Andre Miller.
And Andre, consummate professional. Andre's probably 53 years old at the time. Hasn't missed a game.
Getting buckets still too.
Bruh. And he like he's like, I don't work out. Like he just says shit that's crazy like that. Ty is starting, but Ty's drinking. Was Ty just drunk every day? What was the issue with Ty?
Man, I mean, Ty just liked to party, man. That was his deal. That was him.
Right.
And it's funny because like some players are game players. Like Ty's a gamer. He like no matter how much he partied and drank or whatever, he always showed up ready to play. And I thought it was unbelievable. I'm like, bro, you really go so hard, and then you go even harder in the game.
Right.
I'm like, bro, you got to have a good balance. And he's like, bro, I'm turning up. I'm living my life. I'm like, I ain't mad at you.
So I heard there's a story. Maybe you can clarify, but something was happening. There was dissent in the locker room. They were talking about who should start between Andre Miller and Ty Lawson, and like the whole team is there. The coaching staff is there, and
it wasn't about starting. It wasn't about starting. Let me tell you. Let me clarify that. It wasn't about starting.
Yeah.
So that day was the first day, and it's pretty cool. That cool that I got to witness it, but it was kind of crazy that I got to witness it. That it was the first day that Andre Miller got his first DMP of his career.
Right.
And I mean, for some people, you know, like they want that played every game, you know what I'm saying? He deserves that. Like Andre put in work. He's been playing with some of the best. He's one of the best point guards to play the game. In my opinion, like, you know, smart, cool guy, you know what I'm saying? Real laid back, real humble. Don't talk much. And he got that squeaky little voice, and it's funny. So when we came in the locker, you know, like it started on the court, you know, like he was playing, and then the time kept going, and then Andre was on the bench, and he was like, "There's no way I'm getting my first DMP today. Like, what's up?" Like during the timeout, he was like, "Coach is like, what's up?" And after the game, we got to the locker room, and Andre, he was hot, he was mad, and you know, he wanted to say he stopped, he stopped coach. I want to say something before everybody starts saying something. He says, Coach, I just think that it was disrespectful and it was not cool that, I got my first DNP. I didn't play. I don't know what the reason why, I don't get to play. And Coach was like, man, we're just going with the younger guy. We're going with the younger guy. And he was like, what you mean by younger guys? Because like you guys should like give me an opportunity to fight for minutes. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, man, I think that's unfair. He was like, me and Nate come in here every day before everybody's here and work out every day. And you guys come and you guys just give guys certain minutes and play guys certain minutes, and it's like we don't have no chance to earn more minutes. And he was like, I think that's corny, that you handle it like that. And then Coach B. Shaw was like, well, I'm the coach and I can play who I want and when I want or whatever with the move. And he was like, honestly, it wasn't even my call. It was management. But you're a grown man, I'm a grown man, and we can handle it and talk and figure out what's the best solution. And Andre Miller was like, the best solution was for me to play and help the team. We lost the game. You know what I'm saying? I got wisdom. I got years. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully, and I was like, wow, everything he said is true. So he was like, Andre Miller goes to his phone and was like, I forgot what B. Shaw said. Coach Shaw said something, and it triggered him. And Andre Miller was like, man, you had Shaq and Kobe. That's why you got your rings. And those rings were just those rings were handed to you. You didn't earn those. And then he went to that and he was like, you averaged 2 points your whole career. You didn't do nothing. Like he was going in on him. And I was like, everybody was looking around like, is he really talking to Coach like this? And he, Andre Miller got that voice. He was like, yeah, man. You averaged 2 points a game. And I was trying not to laugh, the whole time. But that was the day, he was like, you got guys coming in late, you got guys showing up to shoot around late, everybody just, saying that, saying honest, real stuff. And it was just, pandemonium in that locker room, man. It was just all bad. And then like that rest of the year was just up and down, just like that for the rest of the year. And during the year, whenever Andre would play, like when we played, every time he played and we like made a shot or we did something, we put 2 fingers in the sky, we pointed at God like you the man, like that was Andre's thing. So every time we shot the ball, we did something, we always did that for Andre. In the games, we were doing it for Dre, pointing to the sky. It was like a funny thing that we used to do. So but it was fun, man. I had a blast playing for the Denver Nuggets.
I heard a little extra part of that story, which was
tell me.
So Andre and Coach are going at it, right? Just like you said, and they're going at it totally this or that, and you don't have the rings, and Shaw, you ain't shit, this, that, the other, and then Andre's going, and then what? And what's it? Ty ain't shit. He ain't even that good. Like you should give me minutes. That's it, that, the other.
He was going hard.
and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you just pop up, and then you go, "I'll be busting Ty's ass too."
Oh yeah. Yeah, I did say that. I did say that because in practice. Now listen, come on.
Nate won his minutes, baby. Nate won his minutes.
No, Nate won a job. He left that part out the story.
No, because since we were on the topic about like playing minutes and stuff, I'll be busting his ass too. Right, and it's funny because he didn't say nothing. He couldn't say anything because every day in practice, the second squad, the second unit, me, Andre, Alonzo G, like we had a squad. Like we, the real Arthur, we used to really kick our first unit's ass every single day. Like we used to have a tally of how many scrimmages we would win, and we would like really keep that and take that to heart. So I was like, man, like I was like, man, this is the time. And I was like, man, I said, we do come here every day, and I do be busting his ass. So yeah, we do need more minutes. It was like that was my time. I had to get in where I fit in. Yeah, that's a true story. And it was hella funny. I was like, I had to add my 2 cents in. That's funny. That's funny. Hey, if he would have said, if Ty would have said, yeah, right. I was like, bro, we can go upstairs right now to gym. I'd have told him to check up right now. Let's start the 1 immediately,
bro.
I'm not playing no games, but no, it did go down like that. But look, it was funny because that. We were trying to we were a solid team. We were trying to make the playoffs towards the end of the season, but we had some great games and great times, staying after that happened, man, it was like, I don't know what triggered us, but it got kind of crazy. But then we started winning a couple games. I was like, man, maybe we turn around, but now we fell up short for making the playoffs.
Now, Nate, I mentioned earlier you're the only person in NBA history to win 3 slam dunk contests, and you know, one of those dunk contests back when back when we were allowed to get as many attempts as you wanted to. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people were down on that. I thought it was extremely impressive that, like, you even managed to pull off a dunk after, like, the 10th or 12th attempt. You know what I mean? Because, like, I would have been winded. So, like, what was going through your mind, like, during that? Was there any point you were like, you know what,
I was like, this enough. I'm going to be honest with you. I was like, this is going on long enough.
Listen, so I'm stubborn at times when that's a dunk that I used to do so easy. And so that, like, for me not to make it in front of everybody, it kind of pissed me off, and I'm like, well, I'm still doing this no matter what points I get. I don't care how many times it takes me. I'm making this dunk. So that's what it was, man. I was just so frustrated. And then on top of that, like, you know, being in the dunk contest, a little nervous. You know, people, you know, millions of people watching, and you know, I just like, man, I can make this dunk. But you know, it's the same thing. Shit, if Iguodala did the same dunk 3 times and trying to get more points, doing
he
the
also
same
lost,
thing.
fam. He didn't get out the fucking
exactly. But
I was rooting for you.
Win? How do you expect to win? How do you expect to win doing the exact same dunk every time? All my dunks are all different.
Yeah, I remember he listened to Kobe. Kobe told him what to do, and then you just listen to Kobe, obviously. But Kobe, don't know. Kobe old. Dunk contest passed him by.
That's the only time you're supposed to not listen to the Kobe mentality.
Nate, question. Why don't you go to China and just bust their ass for a couple years?
Because, bro, I don't know what it is. China has not reached out to me, not one team.
You're kidding.
No way.
You know how good it would be to go to China and feel tall?
But it looks so... It looks cheesy. Like basketball, I'm watching Jimmer Fredette scoring 80. Are you kidding me? Like, no.
How trash is Jimmer?
I want to play. I'm not saying he's trash. That's not what I'm saying. He's a scorer. He can score the ball. He's a solid player. I like Jimmer Fredette.
But would he give you buckets?
But for him, hell no. Jimmer Fredette's not giving me no. I'm not giving him. He's not giving me no buckets. No, sir. No, sir. I played against him before. No, he's not. I refuse to let Jimmer Fredette give me any buckets.
So you don't think he's dropping 80?
No, a guy that probably lost his virginity at 25, he's definitely not giving me buckets. Hell no. No, sir. No, sir. Hell no.
Yo, because we had Jimmer on the show, and he said the easiest guy to score on was you.
That's a lie. Don't even start that. We
fucking with you, man. We fucking with you.
Yo, he on the flight to Beijing right now.
No,
what's
sir.
up there, Jimmer?
No, sir.
All right, now you would.
I seen him play against. He gave Phil Pierre Jackson 85 points or something.
God damn.
But in China, but it wasn't him. He didn't give Pierre. He gave the other team, because in China, the other American can't guard the other American. They make the Chinese kid guard the American, and that's why they be having 80, 90 points and stuff over there. I mean, my guy. Shout out to my boy. Who's over there killing?
Russ Smith. Russ Smith from Louisville. Yeah.
He's over there averaging 80 points a game. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can get buckets over there. So, I mean, it's cool, but I want to play real hoop. I need to get to Europe. If I can't play in the league again, I need to get to Europe. I want to play where all these so-called great players from Europe come out of, and I want to show them, like, okay, yeah, y'all ain't shit.
This is gonna be our goal with this episode. And once this joint gets out, I need every European team, every EuroLeague team, everything overseas.
Man, give me a chance.
Yo, give Nate a call, man. He's in the Big 3 league right now. You over there cooking, by the way.
Yeah, I'm trying to, man.
As far as those guys in the Big 3 and the guys that are over there, aside from yourself, who do you look at in that league and be like, yo, he can still go to the NBA right now and get a few buckets? Who do you think is over there that can do that? Besides yourself.
Mahmoud, he's 49 years old, cooking in the Big 3.
Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf.
Man, what?
Yeah.
Did you see him? I think he could probably still play in the NBA right now. Give him a 10 days and see what he can do.
I always tell people he was the first Steph Curry, man.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. He got blackballed out the league, so I know how he feels. So yeah, he's definitely one of the greats, man. He's a GOAT forever.
Do you feel?
I'm a fan.
Do you feel like you're blackballed from the league?
Yeah, a little bit.
What do you think caused that?
A little bit of a little bit of me being ahead of my time, you know, being in the NBA a little too early than I was supposed to. I think that, you know, right now, like looking at the league and how God, like back in the day when I came in the league, when I was trying to wear crazy shoes, they were telling me, no, you can't do it. We're going to find you. Like, how you going to find me from wearing any shoe I want? That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was in that era before they started to let people wear whatever and do whatever. Like, I was trying to do all that. I was trying to get jerseys kind of crazy. They were not trying to listen to me. And now look at all these different jerseys. I was trying to give the NBA so much different swag, and they were not messing with me back then, man. But I think I was just a little bit. I was just a little bit before my time, man. I was too much of the people's champ, and the coaches and GMs. I don't think they liked that, man. They didn't like the fact that they sat me down and didn't play me, and people were screaming, "We want Nate" at the games. They hated that, I think.
Has there ever been a situation in your life where you had to convince a girl that you were yourself?
Yeah. Yep. I did one time, man. It was crazy. Like, I remember this one time, I was talking to this girl, and I was trying to rap to her, and she was like, "Are you like one of their friends?" And I'm like, "I'm not one of their homies. I'm one of these homies, girl. You better act about me." I was like, you playing me like that? I was like, you know what? I'm going to give you tickets to the game. I'll give you tickets to the game. Tickets to the game.
You showed her.
I gave her tickets to the game one time, man. Had a great game. And she's like, oh, yeah. Oh, no, I don't want to go out with you now, baby.
Should have just jumped over that bitch and been like, what you think? I'm just here hanging out.
Nah, I had to keep her at bay, man. You know what I'm saying? I had to let them know. And then once they seen Nate Robinson, they see, oh, he had billboards downtown in Manhattan and right there in Times Square. They're like, oh, that's the little short, ugly dude that was trying to talk to me. I should have talked to him. But I was like, nah, baby. I'm taking these little short, ugly cats somewhere else.
Now, here's a question. When you got a girl in the crowd that you want to impress, are you going harder than normal?
Nah, man, I always play my game, and if whatever happens in between times, then that's what it was. Like, the thing I used to love about playing in the Garden, man, it would be so many dope celebrities on Celebrity Row right there. I mean, I remember Jessica Alba came to the game.
There's clips of you,
Beyonce, like so many different beautiful celebrities to come to the games, and I used to like, damn, they're just right there. I said, man, I hope I save a ball over there and just knock them over and just like, what's up, baby, how you doing? And get back to the game.
Hey, Nate, I gotta keep you a little honest. You mentioned Beyonce and Rihanna. There's clips of you on ESPN freaking out over Will Ferrell. Don't leave out Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell's my guy, man. Will Ferrell's my guy. I've been a big fan. Just, Talladega Nights is one of my favorite movies, and Step Brothers. Like, he would come to the games, and I'm like, yo, like that's one of my favorite actors.
You were
like,
geeking,
shake and bake. So my little calling when I scored, it was shake and bake. Right. That was my thing, shake and bake. So he came to the game one day. I'm like, oh shit, he's at the game, and I went to the announcer. I said, yo, I'm going hard. I said, hey, play that extra loud tonight. So I ended up, he came to a game one time. We played Indiana, and I ended up having like 41. And like I was waiting for a moment. To go give him a shake and bake, like a dap. And I remember the time where I came down the court and I had a 4-point play. I shot a 3 and dude fouled me on my elbow, and I had a 4-point play, and I walked all the way over because he wasn't on the side where we were the hoop. He was on the other side. So I walked all the way over to the side and gave him a shake and bake, and they got a dope picture of it. And I be posting it sometimes on Throwback Thursday, but that was like a super glory moment. Like I take a stick with Talladega Night, Bobby. What? With Ricky Bobby himself? I was geeked. I gave him a jersey after the game, signed jersey and everything. So yeah, I was pretty stoked that he came to the game.
Now, you always played the same no matter who was in the stands, but I noticed LeBron just scored 51 when he went back to Miami. Do you think that there could be some shorty in Miami that he was trying to impress?
Oh, God.
Nah, man. LeBron's chasing GOAT dreams, man. He's trying to chase Mike and everything that he's accomplished. And he wants to be the best player ever, lace up the sneakers. So that's what he's chasing. LeBron ain't chasing no girls, man.
Hear that.
He ain't chasing no girls. Yeah, but he got probably every girl in the world already on his nuts, so he good.
But his main side chick is probably in Miami.
LeBron James, come on, man, he's good.
Yo, Nate, I got a few questions. Sorry to cut you off a little bit. I got a few questions I need to ask you for. I don't think you played for great coaches. I already said that. Who was the worst coach you played for?
Tom Thibodeau's not a good coach. You don't think Tom Thibodeau's?
I don't think he's not a good coach. I just think he doesn't care about your body at all. Like, whatever happens to you, I don't give a fuck. You're playing 50 minutes in a 48-minute game.
No, you know what it is? You know what it is? The reason why he coaches like that is because he never had the opportunity to play minutes like that. So he's like, I'm playing these guys so much. That's what it is. He just, you know, he's just a basketball junkie, man. He loves hoop. He just loves it. And it's crazy because when I was on the booth, I love the fact that he played me too much when he had to play me. I never wanted to come out. So you never heard Izzy complain about him in minutes, ever. I would never complain about minutes. If a coach wanted to play me the whole game, please, coach, please don't take me out. I would, unless I asked to and I'm tired. I need a sub. If that, I want to play all the minutes. So I don't know what Jimmy's brother be tripping about. He playing too much now. I want to play every minute. I don't care. I don't care until I can't play basketball no more. I want to play every minute because that's how much I love the game.
When you were in Chicago, D Rose is there. Would D Rose give you buckets during practice? All right, that was Nate Robinson. Again, thank you so much for joining in. Notice, Carlos Boozer, we did not use your clip, so step it up.
He promised he was going to come in studio.
I know. We got to see Carlos next time he's in the city. We're going to make it happen.
But more big guests in 2019.
Yo,
that's
real
all
talk.
Yes,
we're going to do it in 2019. This next one, all I'm going to say is there's some bitches out there in the world, right? But it's another level of bitch when you a white pirate bitch. Okay.
Shout out to the peg legs of the world.
Yeah, true that. So give it a listen. All right.
Is this girl right here?
No.
Tell me they're not the same fucking girl.
Wait, did you just like blend them together just now?
Yo, hold up, real talk. Which one? Okay, which one is J.K. Rowling and which one is the
J.K. Rowling?
The homelier looking bitch, obviously.
Hold on, you thought that was J.K. Rowling?
That's J.K. Rowling, fam.
Not for nothing. For a one-legged chick. It's kind of Oh, that's a different one?
Get the one-legged one, bro.
I was about to say, for a chick with one leg,
Alex, you fucking up today, dog. That's why we sending you all the dicks.
Get one J.K. Rowling's and then get one
asshole army.
Paul McCartney's.
Send him 2 dicks.
Yeah, and send him a picture of Paul McCartney's ex-bitch so we know who the fuck she is. Hold on. Yo, this one right here.
Oh, my God.
Get the one-legged one. And you know how you could tell if it's one-legged? Get a full-body pic.
I thought this
is quite possibly the easiest person to see if they're the one-legged one, right?
I could see how he would think this is a one-legged chick because she kind of leaning.
Who, this one right here, right?
She kind of leaning.
Yeah, bro. Yo, you missing a couple centimeters.
She didn't have her peg leg on that night.
Yo, come on.
Just rest them a nub.
Hey, man. You know it's fucked up when they get in a fight and she stomps off and just click, click, click. I'm not dealing with this anymore, Paul. Click, 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 click.
It sounds like...
Yeah. I'm not putting up with these shenanigans out here playing your shows late at night.
Yeah.
Oh, God. And then he gets sick of it and just takes the fucking line.
Yo, that's it. Now she's like, fine.
So now sit your ass down.
That's what I was going to say. The funniest shit ever is actually, think about if he really did hide that leg. Picture her hopping around looking for the leg. That shit is too funny.
And Paul fake sleep. You know, he fake sleep in the morning. He's just got one eye open like,
That's my legs.
Who the fuck is that?
All right, see, no.
Who is that?
Is that the one-legged joint?
That's Chelsea
I'd hide
Clinton.
her leg, too.
That's Chelsea Clinton, bro. No, she not.
I couldn't even get to the legs. I can't look past the bitch teeth.
Let me ask you a question. Did she gnaw her leg off because it was caught in a fucking bear trap? This is not the girl, dude. There's no way. There's no guy. And first of all, why would you show us a picture of her that didn't include the leg? We do
need the leg at this point.
The only thing we want to see is the fucking nub, okay? I want to see that chicken wing looking thing that's hanging off of her hip.
Listen, Alex, I don't think we're being hard on you today. I think you just fucking up.
Nah, dude.
We talked about the OJ interview.
You sent him a bunch of dicks in 1 weekend,
Probably
man.
too busy looking at cocks on his phone, not paying attention to what's going on over here at Flagrant 2. She got some good knockers on her. I'll tell you that thing.
Oh, gosh. Yeah,
was that objectifying?
Solid. Pretty solid.
I mean, obviously.
Whatever.
Okay, here's what
Fashion Week.
Let me ask
somewhere.
you this NBA question.
It's totally okay to objectify during Fashion Week, right? Right. Then it's art, and then we do it, and we're like, oh, look at these fucking pieces of shit. All right, go.
Should we start talking about the Raptors?
Son, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Yo, fam.
Oh, that's the oh shit, the little tink. Poor little Tink Tink.
This is the funniest picture ever. They got the bitch in a swimsuit holding skis.
Well, all the confidence. She's sexy.
With a Terminator leg. Bitch got a T-1000 spare part.
Hold on.
Bitch got a leg sponsored by Skynet. And you think I'm gonna notice anything else but your motherfucking hasta la vista baby ass leg?
Oh God!
Oh shit! Yo, we gotta find out how she lost her leg, yo. If you lost her leg at war, that's not. I'll feel real bad about it. But if you lost that shit at the mall, son, we are roasting you, son. Get your ass off the escalator, bitch. Why? You're not supposed to be. You're not supposed to be on your phone on the escalator. That's how you lose your fucking leg. The fuck? They told you don't look on your phone on the escalator, and then you got your shit chewed up at the bottom. Nobody helping you.
Oh fuck!
Come on now, shit.
Oh my God, I can't, dog.
She is killing it though in this little outfit.
She got a lot of confidence.
She do got 2-leg confidence.
She got that Beetle money confidence.
She got that Oscar Pistorius confidence.
She does have Oscar's confidence, bro. Yo,
oh man. You forget he was the handicap one.
Yeah.
He'd look at you like that. Like, the fuck?
Yo.
Like, bro, you're the one with no legs.
My man had,
looking down at me.
So the best Chris Rock, you see the Chris Rock joke? The best Chris Rock joke, he goes, how the fuck's the fastest man in Africa got no legs? A white guy with no legs.
I definitely set our race back like a couple of years.
Chris the Beast.
Have you seen Tambourine?
I haven't seen Tambourine.
You're going to take that back.
Was good.
Oh,
yeah,
really? Yikes.
We need to talk about it.
It was all right. I enjoyed it.
I want you to see it. Next episode, I want to talk Tambourine.
All right,
have
fine.
a real discussion
I'll look at it. I don't like... Yeah, I know.
Yeah. He's white OJ.
He is white OJ. He is white OJ, though.
God, look at this.
Do you remember those pictures from the courtroom?
Fine, bro.
The courtroom pictures were fire, dog.
No.
Yo, pull up the... Yo,
can I ask y'all a question?
Pull up those Oscar Pistorius, like, courtroom photos.
How you
like,
fuck?
Them shits look like mixtape photos.
How you fuck? How you fuck that? How you fuck her?
First of all, I think it's rather easy.
No, I know how to do it. I'm saying, like, what position do you do it in?
You can't put the legs on top. Your shoulder gonna be fucking
titanium leg on your shoulder.
Do you keep her fake leg on when you smash, or do you take that off and then you just lay her in the bed and you just got that one chicken nugget leg and you just it's true. So what do you do? What do you do? Or do you put her in doggy style and you just got one knee down and then you got one table leg down right here?
Man, I'm not listening past chicken nugget.
What do you do? What do you do for smash?
I can't hear anything past chicken nugget.
Son, you realize how picky I am? If a girl's second toe is longer than her first, I question having sex with her. How the fuck a girl don't even have any of the toes? It's not even...
Jesus Christ.
Oh
I bet that bionic foot got
what's this thing right
descending
here?
toe order?
Like a fucking...
Oh, is that surgery?
I don't know what that is.
No, I think that's just sunshine.
I hope so.
I really hope that she didn't lose her. If she lost her leg in like a bad way,
like we're gonna find out like she lost her leg like some horrible accident.
Yo,
we're gonna get so much shit.
Yo,
this is the baddest Special Olympics winner in history. This white pirate bitch. How dare you, bitch? Captain Hook ass bitch. Captain Pegleg. Captain Peg.
Use your leg on Kevin Durant ass bitch.
Captain Mandy ass bitch.
All right, guys. We rode out into the sunset of 2018 as a family, as a group. So I think it's only right that we ride out into the sunset on one final clip. On 3, guys. 1, 2, 3. Yeah! You on Bumble, bro?
No, bro.
Yo, it's Bumble.
Me, no.
You need to buzz your ass on over to Taylor Rook's page. Give her a sting.
Give her a little BuzzFeed.
No. And if y'all do that shit, I swear I'll pull a fucking Jay and Silent Bob and spend money to go to each one of your fucking houses and fucking punch you in the face.
Kaz too Nigerian to spend any money, bro.
You just incentivize them.
It's fucking annoying.
But
y'all eventually stop.
Can we call
dicks.
Taylor? Can we call her right now? Let's just call her right now.
Why is she a discussion point?
Let's just call her right now. Get to the bottom of this.
Stop this shit. Stop this shit.
I'm gonna call her.
Stop this shit.
I gotta call her.
You don't have her fucking number. Stop this
I know Taylor.
Stop this shit.
I gotta call her because
Here
it's
comes,
unfair.
this is gonna be some Alex shit now.
Oh my God.
I swear to God.
Oh my God.
I'm calling.
Is this because I was late? Is this all because I was fucking late?
No, Cass.
I have women that I talk to that he listened to this shit, and now I have to hear that shit.
It's not that big a deal. All I want to do is I just want to get to the bottom. I just want to get to the bottom.
I want Cass to get to the bottom of it.
There is nothing to get to the bottom of.
I want Cass to get to the bottom of it.
That's delicious. We talk about your girl on the show all the time, right? And that's your actual woman.
Yeah.
Actual
girl.
And nobody ever gives her shit.
Because they don't know her.
All right, but who cares?
I be giving her shit though. I be giving her shit.
But they know you.
I be giving her a lot of shit, bro.
Yeah,
Like, that's
sure.
her actual girl.
Yo, son. Yo, Taylor. Hey, Taylor Rooks. What up, Taylor Rooks?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Taylor Rooks. Hey, listen. I know you and Kaz got a little friendship going.
Please turn this shit off, please. Please edit this shit, please.
Taylor Rooks.
Why do y'all want to make my life awkward?
Listen. Wheezy, can you just go along with the fucking fucking dumbass?
Yeah, it's not about this. Here's the thing. Here's the thing y'all don't understand. I know he's not calling
Wheezy.
her, right?
This is Wheezy. This is Wheezy from Horrible Decisions. I was hoping if I called you Taylor Rooks enough that you would.
It's not about that.
You would answer as
This
Taylor
part
Rooks.
of the episode. So this part of the podcast, it's gonna get fucking. There's gonna be this part that they fucking section on.
Yo, how far is she?
And it's gonna annoy the fuck out of me.
Hold on.
For the next couple of weeks, and I don't like being fucking annoyed with shit like that.
Hold on one second.
Especially if I have somebody that I'm fucking involved with.
You are currently involved with somebody.
Yes, and it annoys
Is her
the
name
fuck.
Taylor
No.
Rooks?
Cass, you got a girl?
I'm letting this go.
Young.
I'm letting this go.
Cass, you got a
Talking
girl?
about fucking sports, all right? I'm not Mouse.
Hezzy,
We're talking about sports.
Hezzy. Let's go.
It's not about having a girl, bro. It's like, yo, I don't want to make people that I talk to uncomfortable. Because it is fucking motherfucker. God, I hate you guys.
What is this? Yo, please get on this angle.
Yo, we just galloping right now, son.
We just hitting our stride, man.
We hitting our
You gotta let us hit our stride. Hit the stride, Andrew. Hit your stride.
You want me to go for it? Yeah! Yeah! Yo, y'all never yawn it. Yo, I got. Try it. Just get that little. Just get that. But do it towards Cass. Do it towards Cass.
I don't know how you did it.
This is how you do it. Right? You go like this. Just get little bounces. Yeah. Hold on.
Oh, I got no rhythm with it though.
Hold on.
I don't know how you got a little rhythm with
There's
it.
a little bounce. Come on, I'm waiting. I got mad rhythm.
I
Right?
fucking hate you guys so much.
Right? But every once in a while, when you want to speed it up, yeah!
I hope the chair's fucking. I hope this chair's fucking break. Fuck all of you guys.
All right, guys, that's been 2018 for Flagrant 2.
Yes,
honestly,
sir.
amazing year in our career. Building this fucking podcast into what it is and what it's going to be has been so incredible. Thank you guys so much for listening, spreading the word. Every time we meet you guys, y'all tell you put everybody on it in the fucking office, everybody on it with your work, everybody, all your friends, and we appreciate that shit so much. I can't wait to see what we're doing in 2019. The growth is going to be crazy. The army is growing. The movement is wild, and I'm fucking so looking forward to it. I'm hyped right now. We're about to go create more content, all right?
We love
so
you.
we fucking love y'all, and all we got to say is keep it tight.
Yes,
Peace.
sir.
God bless.